Your official station to talk Yankees and Mets. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Very, very busy day today. The return of New Team Who Dis, very popular game show that you hear 3 times a year on Evan and Tiki. That returns at 11:30. An NFL rule change that needs to go into effect immediately. We'll get to all that, but let's start off by being classy and congratulating Venezuela, who fair and square won the WBC, defeating the United States last night by a final score of 3-2. And you knew this was going to happen. You knew, we all knew that if Aaron Judge came up small, if Aaron Judge didn't perform in the biggest of moments, that the discourse around this place would be all about, is Aaron Judge clutch or not? And before I offer an opinion, and before Tiki offers an opinion, before Sean offers an opinion, and before we take your calls at 888-808-1019, the name of the radio station is The Fan. We are built by you, the audience. And so before we opine on the Aaron Judge topic, I wanted to play a caller that I heard over the last 12 hours.
Oh, God.
Because I listen to this radio station a lot. Tommy Lugauer, Al Cintron, Alan Jerry, and, of course, Boomer and Gio, who you just heard. Here is a caller to this radio station that I think perfectly exemplifies a lot of Yankee fans' opinions on this Wednesday following Aaron Judge's listless 0-for-4 with 3 strikeouts.
Let's go to Paul in Woodbridge. What's going on, Paul?
Hey, how we doing, fellas?
Good, Paul. What's up today?
Listen, I don't know, man. I think this is what it's coming down to. Judge, I'm having flashbacks as a lifelong Yankee fan to Don Mattingly. I think he's just a Jonah. The guy's the best. I love him, but it's not going to happen. The year he leaves and retires, the Yanks will probably win. I could just see him in that dugout, even losing the World Baseball Classic. I mean, the guy's great, but he don't have the Jeter. He don't have that Eli Manning. He don't have that factor.
Wow.
I don't know what's going to happen.
All right. That is the majority opinion of you. He's not Eli. He's not Jeter. And yesterday, even though it's just the WBC, exemplifies that. Do you agree with that, Tiki?
I mean, no, because he's won multiple MVPs. Obviously, you're talking about clutch situations and critical moments. This is both in the postseason for the Yankees and now in the WBC, but this is also baseball. This is not the NFL where it's a one-off and you've geared yourself up and you're used to playing one game that determines it all. This is baseball. If they play 7 games, hell, if they play 3 games, he probably hits to his average, 320 or whatever it is.
Well, hold on.
Hits a home run, and who knows?
Tiki, I agree with that. Like, in general, and I've had this opinion for many years about a lot of different people. If you play enough games,
yes,
you'll be who you are.
100%.
Okay, Aaron Judge has played a lot of postseason games. And it hasn't all been bad. Like, I don't want to act like Aaron Judge has never come through. Of course he has. The home run last year against Toronto.
Right.
The classic home run against Cleveland in the ALCS when they were rallying in the American League Championship Series against the Guardians. He's had moments. No one's saying he hasn't. But over the sample size of quote-unquote big games that he's played, he's well below his career average. So your point that you're making, which I've made too, it's not backed up by reality.
Well, it's not backed up by a championship or a victory in a critical moment, which then squashes all of it. Then you don't worry about the average nature of his postseasons or, in this case, the World Baseball Classic. You just start talking about how clutch he is. And unfortunately for Aaron Judge, until he does it, that's going to be the narrative, whether it's true or not. It's how we see him because he hasn't done it yet.
It's a complete perception issue. And I agree with you. Like last night, I knew, and Big Mac had said this for a while as a diehard Yankee fan, as much as we make fun of him and call him a shill, I think he was right on about this.
Suck it!
Which is that this was a no-win for Aaron Judge. Like it really wasn't. Because if he came through and had this amazing WBC, the response would have been, what about the postseason? But if he struggles, and he was terrible in the finals, as was almost everyone else in the U.S. lineup, which we'll get to.
What'd they have, 3 hits?
3 hits.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. You know how many times they had a runner in scoring position, Tiki?
I'm going to guess One.
Someone didn't listen to the Rico.
Zero. I did listen.
Not one time.
I do. I now remember
Now
that.
you remember.
Now I remember that.
So it was bad all the way around, but you knew if he had a bad performance, all it would do is add to the narrative. And it's a narrative about Aaron Judge right now, and yesterday didn't help. Now, Sean Morash is a Yankee fan. Sean, what did you think of Aaron Judge's performance last night?
You were not booing last night.
Go to San Francisco, you bum!
There was no way you were actually booing Aaron Judge last night.
No. Look, we can poo-poo this all we want. I was certainly into it, but it is still a glorified exhibition. I cannot take all his postseason failures and put that on last night. I didn't like the idea in the sixth inning that with a 3-1 count, he took a pitch that he usually turns on right down the pipe.
That was the pitch.
He was looking for a walk.
Well, you can't do that.
I know you can't, but he was.
More than the 2 strikeouts. The first inning strikeout was low, and with ABS, he may have challenged that and won, possibly. The second one in the 4th inning. But besides that, it was the 3-1 sinker right down the middle that he took that I think is the memory of Aaron Judge's failures in this game.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And that happened with one of the rare runners on base with the 3 hits they had. There was a runner on first at that time. Yeah, but look, in the end, I still am going to enter this Yankee season knowing that Aaron Judge, for the most part in this tournament, with those couple homers he hit in pool play, and I'm going to lean on the fact that in October, while we all focus on that 1 inning versus Toronto, Aaron Judge was pretty damn good last October. So I am taking those memories more than I'm taking what happened in this game into this season and what matters for the Yankees.
Yeah, the challenge is that we don't really care about the USA losing to Venezuela.
And that's the thing. I noticed last night, you care, but you don't care.
Yes.
You know, like I was invested in the game, but I didn't feel emotionally upset every time Judge made it out.
No, and I went to sleep peacefully last night. I was disappointed. I was frustrated watching the game, which we'll get into. But no, I agree. And I think most Yankee fans were able to go to sleep at night. I think what this does, fair or not, and it's really not fair, if we're being honest, is it's another log on the fire. Right. It's just another log in the discourse that we've had for years now about Aaron Judge as a postseason player. And Aaron Judge's postseason legacy, like I mentioned, it's complicated because his overall numbers are down. There's no denying that. He's a .236 postseason hitter. Like, his numbers in the postseason are significantly lower than his numbers in the regular season. Right. Those are just facts. Can you cherry pick moments where he was clutch? Absolutely.
Yep.
It's not all bad. No one's saying it is. But when you've only been to one World Series and most postseasons end with offensive frustrations, and he's the face of it, what happened last night isn't going to keep you up at night, but what happened last night is just another kind of data point for this argument about Aaron Judge.
This is where I disagree.
It's reality.
I think it's a data point today. But for you to say it's another log on the fire for postseason failures, whatever we want to say
this
about
isn't the postseason, by the way.
That's it. And we could talk about players in other countries talking about it means more, or the crowds are great, like Judge talked about. It's not a postseason game. And it will be forgotten the moment the Yankees are in a division series.
It's not managed like a postseason game. And so, you have a bad game and a one-off. It doesn't mean that you're a bad player. No, and especially in baseball.
Where I'll meet you in the middle on this is, yes, when we get to October, or we're just talking about Aaron Judge's legacy, like we're sitting around by a campfire breaking down his legacy, this will not come up. I agree with you. It comes up because right now there's nothing you could do till October. And that's kind of the battle that Aaron Judge has every year. He has great seasons, and over the course of those great seasons, some of it comes from trolls, but I ask you to ignore that. I'm talking about Yankee fans and how Yankee fans feel about this. Yankee fans will say, oh, great, what about October? It's not all, but it's a lot. Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I think Yankee fans think Aaron Judge is fantastic. And they get frustrated in October, but they still think he's one of the best players in baseball.
Yeah, but two things can be true. He is one of the best players in baseball. He also has come up small in October. That's just the reality. And look, I'm going to read something to you. This is from my buddy AJ. He's a diehard Yankee fan who at times defends them the way Big Mac does. And I thought this was a really well-balanced view from a diehard Yankee fan about Aaron Judge. I'm going to read it to you.
Okay.
Yankee fans have to appreciate what they have in Aaron Judge. He's incredible. You can still admit he has mostly been brutal in big games in his entire career. He's had good games. He's had good at-bats. But when you're an all-time great, you got to have that run in you. And it hasn't happened. And I think that is a very well-balanced, not going nuts, view on Aaron Judge. He is an all-time great, and you should appreciate him. Full stop. He has not come up big consistently in the postseason.
So how does he do that?
How come up big in the postseason?
I'm just look. I never played baseball past 15 years old. So for a baseball player who is great and everybody knows it, and you have all of these accolades, how in the moments that matter most do you make yourself be great?
I mean,
how do you do that?
You got to ask Derek Jeter. Because even though Derek Jeter wasn't perfect, like he wasn't. No. Derek Jeter was a part of the 2004 collapse. Derek Jeter was a part of teams that failed in the postseason, even though they had murderers row lineups like 2006 when they had murderers row in Cano.
He did it enough.
But he did it enough. And so that's the battle Judge has. And all last night did. You guys are right. We're not going to talk about this 6 months from now. But in the middle of March, when you can't change October, this was just another reminder. And here's the other thing, and I don't mean this as a negative comment because I think every Yankee fan would agree with me. I'm sitting there last night watching this game. I'm scoring this game. I'm into this game. Didn't this feel like Yankees-Blue Jays Game 4 last year? When you get shut down by the freaking Blue Jay bullpen, and I'm sorry, I'm not tipping my hat to Eduardo Rodriguez. I'm not tipping my hat to Jose Butto. I'm not tipping my hat to Andres Machado. Actually, he gave up the home run, so I don't have to tip my hat. I don't want to. You want to know why? Because while those guys are major league pitchers and those guys are good, they're not the U.S. lineup. So I'm sorry. My hat's going to remain on my head, and I ain't tipping it at all. These guys failed. They came up small.
Right.
And it was very
not
similar.
Just Judge, all of them.
All of them except for Bryce, who finally woke up because Bryce was terrible until his 6th-inning single and his 2-run home run in the 8th. But basically, this was a Yankee playoff game. This was like the same Yankee game we've watched 10 years in a row.
You don't mean literally. It wasn't the same emotion, wasn't the same meaning. You mean this is what the Yankees felt like in October.
Put it this way. Sean and I were in the building for the last Yankee game they have played that mattered. It was Game 4 of the American League Divisional Series against the Toronto Blue Jays.
And it was anemic like this.
It was, dude. Sean, tell me.
No,
was it the same?
I had the same feeling, but I guess where it's different is I didn't watch last night or that last Yankee game and think it's because of Aaron Judge. It just had that feel.
I agree. I'm not saying it. And by the way, last night wasn't simply because of Aaron Judge.
No, Kyle Schwarber stunk.
We don't care about Kyle Schwarber. We're not emotionally invested in him. We're not emotionally invested in Will Smith. But we're invested in Judge. But the entire lineup, top to bottom, outside of the Bryce 2-run shot, dude, it was like every big Yankee playoff loss over the last decade.
You knew exactly from the 3rd inning on. Now, I know that Bryce Harper hits the home run, exactly what that game looked like if you've watched Yankee baseball, which I found interesting. What I also found interesting, though, Evan, was I saw several people in Philadelphia, I guess because Bryce Harper and Schwarber were there, saying this feels like every big Phillies game. So I don't know. Do other fan bases feel the same way?
Well, I've said this about the Phillies. The Phillies and the Yankees are kind of like odd cousins right now.
It's true.
In terms of not living up to one's potential and getting angry and blaming the manager sometimes. So I think that there is this weird relation. And look, it doesn't mean that because it felt like a Yankee playoff game, it felt like a Yankee playoff game in terms of emotions. No one's saying that. I'm just saying watching that game last night and having an all-star caliber lineup get shut down by good pitching, not great pitching, good pitching, that felt familiar. And it was frustrating. Maybe not to the same levels of the frustrations you have watching October baseball, but it was frustrating watching a good lineup get shut down.
I guess if you cared, were you really frustrated? I don't think I was frustrated.
You know what's funny?
Paying attention to this. I didn't feel like, oh, here we go again. It was more like, it's the WBC. If they turn it around, fantastic. If not, whatever.
Frustrated is not the right word, but it was more like, oh, yeah, this happens in baseball, too.
Yes.
And it didn't kill, because I'm pumped up for the Yankees next week. But it was a reminder as I get fired up for Yankee baseball of, oh, yeah, the bad that comes with this looks like that, and I'm not looking forward to that.
No doubt. And you got to remember, Teague, I'm not talking about the emotions we felt. I'm talking about what we were watching.
Just the watching of it.
Yeah, having, and maybe it's more like the 2006 Yankees and the 2011 Yankees, when you have this incredible lineup. I'll never forget Jimmy Leland called the 2006 Yankee lineup Murderers Row and Cano. That was his phrase for the 2006 Yankee lineup because it was so loaded. And then they got shut down by Kenny Rogers. And they got shut down by Jeremy Bonderman. And it was like, how is this happening? And when you have a lineup that 1 through 9 is as loaded as Team USA, it is unexplainable to basically score all your runs on a 2-run shot in the 8th inning. And let's not forget the game before that, they got their 2 runs on solo home runs. Again, like the Yankees, relying on home runs.
Right.
So from that standpoint, it just felt LD, as I like to say on the Rico, very limp. And I won't say the other word. And look, will we be able to wake up today and smile on our face? Absolutely. Mets starting a week in a day.
I was going to say, because real baseball is a week away.
I agree. But boy, oh boy, that was ugly to watch last night. And I don't think it helps the Aaron Judge discourse. But here's the bottom line with Judge. He's just got to do it in October. That's it. He's got to do it.
But it's a long way away until Aaron Judge can. he's not harboring this. He's not carrying this monkey on his back for the next 3, maybe 4 years to the next WBC.
I don't think he is, and I don't think fans will. It's just more kind of to back up that as great of a player as he is, and he is a great player, he's come up small and big moments. But what I think benefits Judge, because I've always felt this way, is if you give a great player enough opportunities, they'll eventually show you that they're great.
Yeah.
But in baseball, ask Ted Williams, though he's not around anymore, Ted Williams didn't get many opportunities. He only got one. And so you don't come through with that opportunity, that's on your tombstone forever. In this day and age, especially playing for the Yankees, Judge gets chances every year. And so logically, at least this is the way I look at it, eventually, with one of those opportunities that he gets every year, he'll have that put the cape on me, I'm Superman kind of October, which can change the way we talk about him, just like Alex Rodriguez had in 2009.
Right.
Just like Barry Bonds sort of had in 2002. So Judge still needs that, though. And that, while the WBC wasn't going to change that, I agree with you, it just added more fuel to the, hey, I don't think we can win with that guy fire.
Yeah. But it's still just the WBC. It's not meaningful baseball for the Yankees, and it's not historically really relevant for Aaron Judge's legacy.
I understand.
I think we're overestimating that or overstating that.
I think it's an in-the-moment, this is what I remember from October thing with Aaron Judge. As far as my guy's concerned, Nolan McLean, I did find myself very into his performance. Like, I wasn't battling legacies with this. It was more prideful as a Met fan.
He's a kid still.
He's a kid. He's only made 8 Major League starts.
Right.
But I really wanted him to pitch well. That was my view of this. And I was pissed off at Will Smith because I thought he should have blocked the wild pitch. So I was annoyed by that. I was annoyed that Maikel Garcia made contact on 2-2 for the sacrifice fly. And I was probably most annoyed when he gave up the home run to Abreu.
Oh, what a bomb.
It was a bomb. So I think overall, Nolan McLean was okay. I think his performance is tougher to define. Like, he wasn't great.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad. He wasn't the GOAT. He was just, he was okay.
He didn't get the L, which is, I guess, something you can take away from it. But he could have been better.
Could have been better. Could have been worse.
But there's no history behind him yet. So there's nothing that makes you say, oh, he always does this.
No, I think with McLean, at least is the way I viewed it, first of all, come out healthy, which apparently he is. Knock on wood. We don't get a bad report coming out of Port St. Lucie. And that this is a good experience for him because he's only made 8 Major League starts. He's never made a start in the postseason. So I kind of viewed it as a Met fan more as an opportunity for him. But I really wanted him to pitch well. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm watching this game, and I was most passionate about McLean trying to get through that rocky third inning and giving up the home run to Abreu in the 5th inning. Like, that was probably what I was most into. When Bryce hit the home run, it was odd, bro, because I had such mixed emotions. I was excited the United States tied it. But I can't stand Bryce Harper.
Oh, how un-American of you, Evan. How dare you say that about an American hero?
Well, I didn't
can't say that about a rival. America means more.
I didn't say that I was booing him or anything like that. I didn't get up and start cursing him out. It was just that, I don't know.
Do not boo.
Like, he's Bryce
Would
Harper.
you say it felt weird to see him have a big American moment?
I was mixed. Is that fair?
Huh.
His epic bat flip included.
Yeah, he almost killed Pete Crow Armstrong with that bat flip.
He did.
I was mixed. Is that okay?
I think it's more than okay. In fact, I'd call that normal behavior, Evan.
Normal behavior.
Some have had that take before and been crushed.
Well, let's see how normal of the behavior we get from Yankee fans today. What do you think of Judge last night? We okay? Are we turning on him?
I'm going to end this segment with the last word in a positive Yankee note.
Jesus. Yes.
Let's all be honest. When Bryce Harper comes up, if Cam Schlittler had started that game, it's 0-0, and Bryce Harper hits a go-ahead.
I was waiting for the dig.
Right.
I was waiting for it. We'll get to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. Plus, the other thing we learned about the WBC is that Mark DeRosa should never, ever, ever be allowed to manage a baseball team. He should be banned from it. Not only were his decisions bad, if you didn't hear the postgame, it's actually about to get worse. We'll play it for you coming up. Plus, it has nothing to do with clutch or not. Aaron Judge may have said something that causes Sean Morash to be very angry, but I can promise you Tiki will defend him. We'll play that as well coming up. And your calls, 888-808-1019. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Fanatics Fest is the world's #1 sports festival, and it returns to the Javits Center this July 16th through the 19th. Yesterday, 10 new guests joined the lineup, including Eli Manning, Henrik Lundqvist, John Cena, Logan Paul, and Dennis Rodman. Fanatics Fest features hundreds of athletes, every major sports league, exclusive collectibles, and much more. Don't miss your chance to experience the best weekend of the year for sports fans. Today only, use code WFAN20. That's WFAN20 to save 20% on your ticket order at fanaticsfest.com. That's code WFAN20 to save at fanaticsfest.com.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by Ray Catena, Mercedes-Benz of Edison. It was also sponsored by Flushing Bank.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison is more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Discover yours at RayCatinaEdison.com.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit FlushingBank.com today. Member FDIC.
Question: what business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. With each package delivered, your business gets paid. Sign up at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
You know, like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back?
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I opened a restaurant and needed everything. Menus, signage, catering brochures.
Everything and then some.
I went to Staples. They printed it all and even suggested takeout menus.
One money pit with a side of fries.
But now at Staples, you get up to $125 off custom print orders.
$125 off. Now you're cooking. Brand your business in a big way at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app by 4/4 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, you'll be feeling March magic when you win your share of $50,000 cash during our Rainbow Riches drawing. Be here every Wednesday in March from 2 to 7 p.m. Each hour, one lucky guest is drawn to win up to $5,000 cash. Earn entry starting at 12:30 p.m. Come chase the rainbow every Wednesday in March, where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Looking for the perfect wedding band or ready to add something new to your collection? The London Jewelers annual wedding band event is happening March 26th through the 29th. For 4 days only, receive 20% off all wedding bands, including the beautifully crafted 2 by London collection, offering timeless styles for every style and budget. Schedule your appointment at londonjewelers.com and visit any one of their 6 locations: the Americana Manhasset, Wheatley Plaza, Glen Cove, East Hampton, Southampton, or the mall at Short Hills. Brand exclusions may apply. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of love.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. Those of us living in New Jersey got hit with a 20% electric rate increase. If your current heating system is over 15 years old, it's time for a new high-efficiency Carrier system. And there's only one company to call for a new one. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 38 years. Older heating systems waste gas. So get your system checked now and save money with Edison Heating and Cooling. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on 0 down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Declaration of Deal sales event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign, $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
March matchups are here, and now you can trade the tournament in all 50 states on Kalshi. Trade game outcomes, spreads, and more on top seeds and potential Cinderella stories. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the odds move, you can buy in and out of your position all tournament long. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
Something Aaron Judge said. I'll play it for you in 15 minutes. I know Sean's reaction. I know Tiki's reaction. Sean will be pissed. Tiki will defend him. That's a spoiler alert. That's coming up in 15 minutes. But one thing you noticed if you watched the WBC last night is that Mark DeRosa didn't use his best reliever, Mason Miller. Mm-hmm. And the logical conclusion I would draw, and I think you drew it too, is that he wasn't available.
Yes.
Because he didn't pitch.
Yeah.
And you
that's a direction from
San Diego.
San Diego.
Yeah. And that's a part of the issue this tournament has, that you can't use everybody. David Bednar, same thing, was not available. But that was announced. The Mason Miller thing we're speculating about because it wasn't announced. So obviously after the game, and the USA loses 3-2, and they had come back and tied the game at 2, and here's Garrett Whitlock in the 9th inning of a brand new game, issues the leadoff walk, which is just you can't have happen, the stolen base by the pinch runner, Sanoha, and then finally the game-winning double by Suarez.
Right.
The question is, where's Mason Miller? So this is bad. I'm just going to warn you. Like, thank God Mark DeRosa doesn't manage the Mets or the Yankees, because I would lose my mind.
Or anyone in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. I'd lose my mind less if he was being peppered with a question by and he managed the Marlins. But as a Met Yankee manager, it would drive me nuts. Team USA, I'm kind of in the middle. So here's the question, logical question about, hey, Mark, where was Mason Miller?
Mark, you said before the game that Mason would be available if he needed him, and since there wasn't going to be a safe situation once you got to the 9th, I was curious what went into not using him there.
Honoring the Padres.
Had we taken the lead, he was coming in. But I wasn't going to bring him into a tie game.
But you're the home team, and it's tied in the ninth, so there would not be a save situation, right? Luckily, thank God, that reporter decided to follow up with Mark DeRosa, and it's about to get ugly.
What's that?
There wasn't going to be a safe situation at that point.
I wanted to honor the fact that there was a situation there where if it was tied, we were going to use Whitlock. We had talked to the Red Sox about that, and if we had the lead, we were gonna use Mason.
What?
That doesn't make any sense, bro.
What? He's lost. He doesn't know what he's even talking about right now. He's hearing a question. It's not computing in his mind, and he's just like blindly spitting words out.
Clown.
That made no sense at all.
Of course it made no sense.
I actually think it did make sense.
Really?
For all DeRosa's ribbing.
Just say the Padres didn't want him to pitch.
Well, I think that's it. And I think what he was going to do for Mason Miller, and I think what he's saying there, and nobody's listening, is had we had a lead going into the ninth, Mason Miller, I had told him, listen, the Padres don't want you pitching, but I will let you have getting the final outs for Team USA to win. And I think that was probably a side deal he made with Mason Miller and the Padres.
Okay, so communication is key. And
but
that was not
But I think he said that.
No, he did not say that.
He said if it was a save situation.
But, Sean, there was no possibility for a save situation. That's what he's saying.
Right, well, that was what the reporter was saying.
Once the ninth inning comes as the home team, we know this, you may as well use your closer or your best reliever because there will be no save situation.
But I don't think anybody listened to what DeRosa said. DeRosa didn't say, hey, in the ninth inning as the game played on, he was saying as the game went on, if there was a save situation, meaning he was not going to be available unless there was a save situation.
But there was no save situation.
Exactly,
in the
so he
inning.
wasn't available.
But
So that's why he went to Whitlock.
Why would the Padres allow him to only pitch with a lead versus a tie game when it's one inning either way?
I think if you read between the lines, he's telling you the Padres told him not to pitch him. He made a deal with Mason Miller. I'm not going to listen to the Padres if we get there with a lead.
Well, then he should have said that.
He's not going to say that to piss off the team with the lead.
Well, who cares?
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Why does it matter?
What if they go to hire him in a year or two?
They're
He's
not
still trying to
hiring
manage.
him.
Thank you.
No team is hiring him.
Thank you. And it's funny, when I said he could never be a manager, you tried to calm me down a few weeks ago. Yeah. Tiki is fully on board now.
Right.
He cannot be a manager. And you want to know why Tiki's on board? Because he watched him manage.
Communication is key.
Yeah.
I watched him manage, but I also heard him talk a lot.
I mean, that doesn't make sense. And it wasn't explained well. Like, what you're trying to bring up, Sean, may be the case.
That's what I interpreted it as.
I interpreted it as he has no idea what the hell he's doing.
I think
that's how I interpreted it.
I think it was unacceptable what he did with the Team Italy thing, no doubt. I think that was far worse as far as not knowing this. I think what we've learned to realize in this tournament, we've all called out all these players shuffling, looking out for the teams. I think Mark DeRosa, above any other manager in this tournament, was in the biggest no-win because it felt like the American players were being controlled by their teams more.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and look, this is the thing that baseball has to wrestle with this tournament. Years ago, it was not enough starters are going. Now we did have enough starters going. Now it's about the restrictions. And I think it was obvious because the restrictions really affected not just the USA, but Venezuela as well, because there were restrictions on Omar Lopez. I mean, we heard the same thing about Palencia, the closer. He couldn't pitch unless it was a safe situation. So I think Major League Baseball is going to realize that, and that's why I believe this is the last time we'll see a WBC final in the middle of March.
Right.
I think that what they may do is have the earlier rounds in March and eventually just have the championship in July. Now, you may run into the same issue because managers can still say in the middle of July, hey, it's the middle of a long season.
Yeah. Right.
I don't want you using Tyler Rogers on back-to-back
It actually
days.
might be worse.
That's what I've thought about that a lot last night. Everybody keeps pushing this July thing and saying how much better it would be. I think it's worse. I think this is actually the best time to do it for these players.
I mean, it makes sense because of you get the prelims or the qualify, whatever they are, out of the way in March. The early rounds are out, and then the finals are in the middle of the season at the All-Star break. It kind of makes sense. But you also then think about your team at the All-Star break, whoever it may be, your closer. You're kind of saying, dude, you just need a rest.
Well,
you just need to chill. Yeah, but especially if it's a pitcher.
If you frame it as it's just the semis and the finals, so it's literally only 2 games.
Yeah.
And you play the games on Tuesday and Friday, and then the second half of the season begins on Monday, there's more than enough rest. You're barely pitching.
Yeah.
Like, you're not asking anybody to do anything that crazy. Like, in Venezuela's case, they played the night before. I mean, they were playing it back-to-back. Right. But either way, Venezuela won fair and square. Congratulations. They won the WBC. Aaron Judge said something that will offend Sean Morash and maybe half the audience. Tiki will defend them. We'll play that in 10 minutes. Let's get to your calls. 888-808-1019, the number. Let's kick it off with Juan down in Baltimore. What's up, Juan?
Hey, Juan.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. You guys are looking good on the YouTube app.
I love it.
Oh, hello.
All right. Yes.
Sean, why didn't you wave? He said hello, and you got to wave.
I'm sorry. How you doing?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, we already talked. Yeah, it looks good.
It's true.
So I just have two comps, one for Evan, one for Tiki. I'll start off with Evan. And, I know last week we talked about Tyler Rogers, but Tyler Rogers, he was like a nothing to you, but I think Tyler Rogers down the line is going to be like Victor Zambrano.
How is that? How's it going to be like Victor Zambrano?
Yeah, because when we traded for Victor Zambrano, it was like he was going to come and help us get to the playoffs and things like that, but he turned into... It was a horrible trade, but what we gave up for him was Scott Kazmir.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, you know what's funny about Scott Kazmir? Had a nice career, but he never really turned into maybe the legend we feared.
Right.
We'll see. I mean, the Giants got a lot for Tyler Rogers, including Jose Butto, who we saw pitched last night for Venezuela. So that could be a very good return and a very bad return. Drew Gilbert was in that trade. There was a pitching prospect in that trade. Like, it's kind of crazy to think how much they gave up for Tyler Rogers, actually.
And that's why I really have this disdain towards Tyler Rogers. We gave up way too much for him, and he did too little.
It's not his fault.
But Tiki, because you're the soccer man here, and you know everything. You know, there's a lot of comparisons from the host and even what Bryce Harper said about this not being the Olympics. But my belief, it's never was intended to compete with the Olympics, but it was more to be in the model of the World Cup of soccer.
I think you're right.
And I think, and I think as we've seen it grow, it's going to grow, and it might be the number 2 tournament in all the world after the World Cup. World Cup's 100 years old.
Right.
This is 20 years old.
You're right.
And when you think about it, because we talked about this last week, the World Cup started. It was only 13 or so nations. Now there's, a ton of them. I think it's 40 something that are in it. So it'll eventually get bigger and bigger and bigger. We had this conversation because of Ireland. Why doesn't Ireland have a team? There's so many Irish Americans that we know about, but they didn't even try to compete in the WBC. And so I think as this thing gets bigger and bigger and different countries start to buy into it, then maybe there are 30 teams.
Yeah, I don't
in the WBC.
I don't
qualifying and etc.
I don't understand the appeal of baseball in the Olympics. I have to be honest with you, because if you asked me, name me your favorite baseball in the Olympics moment, I could not name one. Like, I don't have any recollection of honestly ever watching baseball in the Olympics. So I don't know why people, including Bryce Harper, say it would matter more if it's in the Olympics. The Baseball Classic is an event that's now been around for 20 years.
Right.
It's got moments. It's not perfect, but I put more value in the WBC than I do baseball in the Olympics.
We had a little parade in our town when they won the gold medal in Olympics not that long ago.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but let's not forget, though, baseball was only in the Olympics for two cycles.
Yeah, they eliminated it for a long time. I don't know what you're talking about with the parade, by the way.
So Billy Koch, the former closer, is from Long Island. I
remember Billy Koch, former Blue Jay. Yeah.
He's the same high school I graduated from.
Yeah.
He was on one of the gold medal teams, and I knew it was a big deal because they had a big parade in our town with him.
That's probably more because he's a local hero.
Yeah, but that's what I think it matters to these local places.
I just think that our last caller's spot on. Like, there's soccer in the Olympics. Does anyone care? But there's a World Cup. That matters.
I feel like we do care about Olympic soccer.
No, we don't.
I mean,
over the World Cup? It's not even close.
No. The World Cup dominates it.
And that's my point. Like, to me, I view the WBC, now that it's been around, and we've had a bunch of them, I put more value in that than the Olympics. The Olympics are just like, has nothing to do with baseball in my mind.
It's also
has to do with gymnastics.
Well, it's the issue that we're talking about with the nature of these baseball series in the WBC. They're short. It doesn't feel like real baseball. Whereas the Olympics, it's also short for soccer. It's just it's these quick little things. But whereas the World Cup is this long drawn out process,
and it's also more valuable. I think it's a great comp. The World Cup to the Olympics in soccer is to me what the World Baseball Classic is to the Olympics in baseball. I have no history of what. Have you ever watched baseball in the Olympics, Sean?
No, because Major League Baseball players aren't there.
Oh, I get you. And that would be new and unique.
Same thing
but the WBC's existed since 2006. It has a history now. It's
But why does the NBA? Why does the basketball matter in the Summer Olympics?
Because they don't have their own event that they created. It's not like the NBA has this special World So that's why it's a big deal, because it's the only event that they compete in, or the main event that they compete in internationally. The World Baseball Classic was an event that's been created. It's been around for a while. Like, if you made this argument to me in 2006, I'd say, sure, I understand.
Right.
But it's been around now for 20 years. I just think it has more value.
But the Olympics are the Olympics. If Major League Baseball players start playing in the Olympics, that will be the premier event for the U.S. fans.
Why isn't it for soccer?
Why is it for soccer?
Why is the World Cup a bigger deal?
Okay, here's what I would say.
Because the World Cup's been around forever.
And I would also view it from an American point of view. Like it or not, the American sports fan, for the most part, is not attached to the soccer players. They are where they are with the MLB, the NBA, the NHL, all those. That's why the Olympics.
No, you're right.
matter.
It's a parachute in situation with the soccer players. You know them for 2 weeks. That's it.
Let's go to Frank and Syosset. Hey, Frank.
Yeah, short and sweet, Evan. Hey, Sean, Tiki.
What's up?
What's up?
If I'm managing the Yankees and it's the bottom of the ninth and it's a day off for Judge and I got Stanton on the bench and we're down 2 runs with 2 runners on base, I'm gonna say Stanton, grab a bat.
Like, I understand because Giancarlo's been so clutch, and I respect what he's done here.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna trust Aaron Judge in a big spot, despite the fact that he's failed many times in big spots.
Well, and the caveat to his thing is, you know why you're down 2 runs in that spot? Because Judge was on the bench and didn't play.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fair counter. Sean's in Old Bridge. Hey, Sean.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Good morning.
All's good. What's up?
Good morning, man.
Doing good. Hanging in there. Let me just say, love the show as always, and I'll be sure to tune in onto the YouTube live when I get to my job.
Nice.
Appreciate
it. So I wanted to, of course. So I wanted to touch about the World Baseball Classic. Of course, it was pretty good as itself. Give big props to the team Venezuela for the win, for the victory. But there was some, I would say it was more like a bit in between a pitcher's duel and a bit of the hitter's duel in between. I know in the past USA game, it was more of a pitcher's duel by itself.
Right.
Definitely for sure. Even though there was some calls that were kind of iffy and a little controversial. But in this one, it was a little bit much better and more down the middle.
You mean the umpiring, the calls that went either way, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I nothing jumped out at me as egregious.
Yeah.
We
didn't feel like it was a factor.
We had the USA challenge on the stolen base, which was a huge play in the 9th inning, because it's the difference between a runner on second, nobody out in the 9th inning of a tie game versus 1 out, nobody on.
Right.
And I thought that whatever they called on the field, they had to upheld.
Yeah, they said that on the broadcast,
so close.
too.
They was the one thing those dopes got right.
Right.
Because the rest of the time, John Smoltz hates baseball, and Joe Davis is too busy, mascotting for the Dodgers. But in the midst of that, they got that right, because I think it was such a close call. Some of the balls and strikes were borderline, and we're going to get used to it in a week. Because a week from tonight in San Francisco, and I'm making this prediction, the first challenge is coming from Aaron Judge.
It's interesting you said that, because
I'm telling you.
We talk about how we get used to the ABS in spring training. And so in the World Baseball Classic, we kind of wanted it.
Right.
But when you really think about it, it's what Aaron Judge has been dealing with. Just use him as the example. It's what he's been dealing with for the last 3 years or 4 years. That constant low strike, because he's 6'7", and the umpire behind the dish doesn't account for it.
Strike 3 in the first inning, if you use the MLB app, I'm not saying it's flawless, has it as a ball.
Yes.
So if Aaron Judge tapped his hat in the first inning, would that have been overturned? Maybe. And that's why I'm telling you, a week from tonight, I can't believe it's a week from tonight, on Netflix, but also on WFAN, when the Giants play the Yankees, Judge is breaking the seal.
Not in the top of the first inning.
I'm not saying the top of the first inning. I don't know what inning it'll be. But Aaron Judge will be the first person to officially challenge in the history of regular season Major League Baseball. I believe it.
I don't think so.
Well, who will it be then?
I think the leadoff hitter of the game.
You think so?
I think it happens
so
right away.
Trent Grisham or the catcher potential?
Right away it's going to happen.
You think it's going to happen immediately?
I think you're right.
I think we're getting it out of the way. For the first game, national TV, somebody's
but guys, if you both think it's happening right away, then why wouldn't it be Judge? He's batting in the top of the first inning.
He's not batting first.
I didn't say he's batting first. He's batting second or third.
Do you not know what right away means?
Yeah, right away means in the first 8 minutes.
No, it means the first batter of the game.
Oh, is that okay?
Yes.
So your official prediction is the first challenge. You're not saying whether it's the catcher or the batter?
It could go either way.
That's totally fair. First batter of the game.
Yes.
All right.
No doubt.
Go ahead, Teak.
I think it's going to be the pitcher.
The pitcher's not going to challenge.
Even though I don't believe...
Pitchers are terrible at it, and a lot of
They
managers...
are terrible at it, but they do it to make it Who's pitching? Do we even know?
For whom?
The Giants.
Oh, Logan Webb. I mean, I assume Logan Webb. How can he not be their opening day starter?
He's
tired from the WBC.
I think he's veteran enough to try to make a point. This is going to be my prediction.
Wow. Okay.
He's putting the umpires, because the one that's there, obviously, but also across Major League, put them on notice.
Yeah.
I know better than you. I'm veteran. I've been doing this for a long time.
That's a fair prediction.
Don't tell me that's not a strike.
Most managers are saying that pitchers they do not want challenging because they're too emotional and they don't get a good view of it.
This may send Tiki down a rabbit hole, but several callers have called up and said that whoever the governing body is, professionals are only allowed 2 per team in the Olympics as opposed to the World Cup, and that's why it's not as big a deal.
I have no idea what you just said.
Professional soccer players are not allowed to make up the Olympic teams. You're only allowed 2 per country.
Gotcha. But you know what I'd argue?
You know what? That's exactly right. I remember this from the last Olympics because you had to get. I remember Team USA needed the exemptions for the professional players. It was all kids,
right?
And so you didn't know any of them.
You can tell me I'm wrong about this because what do I know about soccer?
That's exactly right. That's a good follow up on that.
I think the World Cup is so prestigious that even if the Olympics were filled with professionals, the World Cup is a bigger deal.
I mean, I don't know.
It's the World Cup. But
there are some unbelievable professional soccer players. I mean,
aren't they playing in the World Cup?
Yes.
So I'm saying that's a bigger deal.
But here's my point though: is if they were in the Olympics and like all of Argentina's top soccer players or all of Brazil's top soccer players were on the Olympic team. You'd really care about that Olympic team because I'm talking like superstars in soccer.
Yeah, and this is what I don't know. So whoever makes this decision, and maybe it's from like the professional bodies, I wonder if that's how they protect the World Cup.
Oh, maybe. Could be a strategy.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
I mean, it's a smart strategy to be perfectly honest with you because it makes the World Cup more. It's all of our stars.
Yeah.
All of our collective stars for whichever country you're talking about.
And the reason why I don't think baseball would be against sending major leaguers to the Olympics is it probably would only enhance the WBC. Like it would offer, for those that don't watch the World Baseball Classic, but they'd watch the Olympics.
Yeah.
If they watched it and they loved it, they'd be like, wow, that's awesome. Hey, don't worry. It'll be back in 2 years for the WBC.
All right. So with that being said,
it'd
Sean,
be like a promotion.
What's the rule for major leaguers in the Olympics then?
They don't have one yet.
So it's not this, only 2 professionals per country?
I don't think they have one yet. And according to the new CBA, they're going to negotiate, and they will, a way for Major League Baseball players to play.
All of them. So it'll be all Major League Baseball players.
They're going to shut down the sport for a week and a half. It's a short tournament, as we talked about. I think it's between July 10th and the 22nd. They're going to shut it down, and it will basically be the WBC and the Olympics. Now, I have to play you something, and I'm going to warn everybody. A lot of people in the audience are going to be deeply offended by your captain, Aaron Judge. And I'm not talking about the strikeouts. He said something. He said something that I know Sean very well. He will be deeply offended by. And I know Tiki Barber will say, dude, it's not a big deal. You're a pencil neck geek if you have an issue with this. Aaron Judge was being interviewed by Derek Jeter prior to the game. And he said something that is so egregious, it is a part of today's Fan Focus.
And this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ Precision Cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. We are talking about Team USA losing last night 3-2. Aaron Judge 0 for 4, but apparently Aaron Judge made headway before the game.
You know how it goes, man. It's not about, you could go out there and hit 4 homers and possibly win the game, but all of a sudden you give up 8 runs and you lose 7-8. So
lose 7-8?
Unacceptable.
Oh, stop.
Rip the C off his
Stop. What are you talking about?
All right, Tiki, I believe that you...
Okay, go ahead.
You do this because of your diehard soccer fandom.
Yes.
I believe that's in you. I don't believe... Now, you can tell me I'm lying. I don't believe a young Tiki Barber, when he goes to Virginia, is reading a score that way. I think soccer has infiltrated your brain. Aaron Judge has played Major League Baseball here for a decade. He looks up at the scoreboard. You can't tell me that he follows it. He's got to know that the high score goes first under every circumstance. You cannot be the captain of the New York Yankees and know a score
that must be an American thing. It has to be.
He's American.
I know he is, but he probably pays attention to other stuff as well. It's usually the home team, right? It's just like you read it how it's listed. So in this case, for soccer's case, if Liverpool was playing Man City, it would be Liverpool first, Man City. And so whatever the score is, you're saying Liverpool first, then Man City score.
I get it, but we didn't grow up in England.
I'm not
he grew up playing gym class in California. Every gym teacher in America tells you the score that way.
Why does it offend you? Because you want to know who wins by who comes first?
Listen, You know why it offends me, Tiki? I don't know much in life. I admit that. You guys listen to this show, you know I'm a dumbass. One of the very few things that was ingrained in my mind, even when I was learning math at a young age, was how to read a sports score. It's like one of the first 5 things you learn as a young boy. And it's 8-7.
I mean, I wonder what your school was teaching that sports score reading was on the curriculum.
Well, not much, Teak. Not much. I'll be first to tell you, not much.
It's just accepted, Teak. It's accepted.
It's not.
That he sounds like, I have great respect for Aaron Judge. He sounds like somebody, and this is so not true of him, who's never played sports or knows anything about sports. You can't put the lower score first. You can't do that.
You can't. You certainly can't be a captain of the Yankees. That's
yes,
for damn
you can,
sure.
because he is. And he was the captain of Team USA.
So are you suggesting, Sean, that we rip that C off and say, sorry,
look,
we apologize?
I will
Shut up, Tubby.
Aaron Judge reading a score that way is far worse than going for 0 for 4 last night. That was the worst thing he did last night.
Yeah, so he did an interview with Derek Jeter. It was about 12 minutes long, and it was mostly innocuous. Like, it just wasn't anything.
Mm-hmm.
When he said that, I almost drove my car off the road. Because it jumped out at me, and I knew Sean would be pissed. And I knew
But you know what he's saying.
Yeah, but no one talks that way unless they just don't know sports.
But he talked about how they got out big, and then they lost. So they scored 7 runs, right? And then the other team comes back and scores 8 runs. So he's still thinking, we got 7, they got 8, we lost.
You know what the problem is, though? As the captain of the Yankees, you can't trust everybody in that dugout. He goes and explains to Ben Rice before a big at-bat. Remember, the score's 7-8.
I'd love to fire his
He's going to
ass.
confuse his teammate before he goes up there. They're not going to know, are we winning? Are we losing? What is the score now?
You guys are ridiculous.
You got to be a leader in that spot.
We'll get back to your calls next, 888-808-1019. We'll also find out if our predictions for last night's game was close. And the NFL needs to make a rule change immediately. All coming up, Evan and Tiki, till 2 o'clock this afternoon.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Institute for Pain Management. Visit SamwellPain.com.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
I really like the Denver Broncos trade for star Dolphins receiver Jalen Waddle. And one of the big reasons why, I'm not a huge believer in Broncos quarterback Bo Nix. Not trying to be a hater, but Nix, I think, pretty clearly not an elite option. So you need to surround Bo Nix with as many weapons as possible, and Jalen Waddle definitely represents a huge weapons upgrade for the Denver Broncos. If you're a Broncos fan, you should be fired up. I'm Nick Customs.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural, drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
If you need a new appliance, this is your sign. Shop at Lowe's now to get up to 35% off and next-day delivery on hundreds of major appliances. A new appliance now means an easier-to-do list later. Our best lineup is at Lowe's. Valid through 3/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Order by 4 p.m. Available Monday through Saturday. Subject to availability. Fees, exclusions, and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/appliance delivery for more details.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-game parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM, make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to getting the guaranteed lowest price on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. And when it comes to getting more free services for life than anywhere else on Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, Town Fair Tire. So when you're in the market for a new set of Toyo tires, there's only one place to go, because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Absolutely nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Baseball is back. Opening night is one exclusive game, and it's live on Netflix. On Wednesday, March 25th, the New York Yankees, led by 7-time All-Star Aaron Judge, head to the Bay Area to face Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. A brand new way to watch Major League Baseball, and it all starts here. MLB opening night, Yankees vs. Giants, live on Netflix, Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Very, very excited because coming up at 11:30, a game that we have played for a couple of years now returns. New team Who Dis. Very educational game. It's a game that you can learn from. And hopefully it's entertaining for you. Now, here's what New Team Who Dis is. And it started about 2.5 years ago with the football season. I will name players that are on new teams from last year right before a season is about to begin. In this case, it's the baseball season. And Sean and Tiki will guess, new team, who dis? So the player, but what new team are they on? And that will help you. It'll help you be smart going into the baseball season. Maybe it'll help you with your fantasy draft. Maybe it'll help you impress a girl. So
New team who dis.
That's right. New team who dis. So that's coming up at 11:30. We look forward to it. Now let's hold ourselves accountable. At the very end of yesterday's show, we made predictions on what would happen in the World Baseball Classic final between the United States and Venezuela.
I was so wrong.
Let's see how we did. You want to start with you, Tiki?
Yeah, go ahead, because I missed by a mile.
Here's Tiki's prediction.
USA wins this 10-2.
10-2? I mean, you were close. They almost gave up 2 runs. They gave up 3. That wasn't that bad. 10-2 from Tiki Barber. Let's see what I had to say about the WBC. Nolan McLean's going to shove. 4 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. Okay? 4 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run from Nolan McLean. Aaron Judge is going to go 1 for 4 with a home run, and Team USA will lose when the bullpen implodes since no one's available, and we will lose this game by a final score of 7-3. I mean, I'm not that off.
You were good until the final score.
Well, I said we'd lose 7-3. We lost 3-2. I said the bullpen would implode. It was really a guy who imploded.
Yeah, but I mean,
Garrett Whitlock.
7-3.
You predicted 5 more runs than happened in the game. It's a lot.
But
you were not close.
I was close on Nolan McLean. Nolan McLean went 4 2/3 innings. He gave up 1 run instead of 2 runs.
You really went out on a limb with these pitch counts on how many innings he was going to throw.
Right. All right, fine. I get nothing for this. Let's see how well you did, Tubbs.
USA wins 5-4 on a walk-off homer by Aaron Judge, and tomorrow's lead is whether we consider that clutch or not. I was close on a lead.
You did get the fact that we would be talking about Aaron Judge.
You're right. You definitely got that part right.
Which funny is it was reversed. Now we opened with, was that unclutch?
Yeah. Well, you knew that was going to be the case. Like, the thing about Judge and McLean, because obviously Met fans had their guy playing, Yankee fans had their guy playing. I don't think the Met fan felt any pressure around Nolan McLean. It was more like, you know what, he's a kid. He's made 8 starts. We're all very excited about him, but win, lose, or draw, it is what it is. It's like a good experience for him. I think with Judge, and this is really unfortunately the rest of his career until proven otherwise, it's like he's going on trial every time he plays. It's like,
in big games, in big moments, he's going to be judged by how he performs.
No doubt, and we did it last year. Like, even when he hit that home run against Toronto in Game 3, and we're all waxing poetic about it, it then goes away the next day because they lose the series. And it's like, okay. I guess we have to have the same trial next year.
Right.
And so, unfortunately for Aaron Judge, he's always on trial. And I would agree with you that this trial in the middle of March in the WBC is not exactly the same as the MLB postseason. We will forget about it by the time we get to October. But in the middle of March, it's the only thing you could put him on trial for. So he's going to have to go change that come October. And I do have the confidence that if the Yankees continue to give him opportunities, he'll eventually do it. And I'll make you this prediction about Aaron Judge. This is a really, really long-term prediction. I think he will win a world championship. I think he will. And I think that he will have a big postseason. And just knowing the sport and how funny it is, he'll do it at age 39 at the end of his career, in which he's holding on. In which George Lombard Jr. is carrying them.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad, but I also had this feeling this morning. Off of all of this stuff, I don't think it would shock me if it was this year even more now. I almost feel oddly better that it could happen this October because now he's really getting killed by non-Yankee fans, right? Like the America thing, the world. And it just feels like one of those things where, this is what he's going to be remembered for. And in 6 months, we forget and a light switch gets flipped and he finally wins the World Series.
The reason it could definitely happen this year, and I think you guys forget this around here, is that the Yankees are the favorites in the American League.
Right.
But they almost always are.
Exactly. They always are. So every year they have a real chance to win the World Series.
This is it's going to be a strong, a tough hike for the Yankees to get back in the contention. They're always in contention.
I agree.
They're always the team that's supposed to win.
I agree.
And it takes epic seasons by other teams in order to best them.
Which is why I would never be surprised if the Yankees won the World Series.
Right.
Like every year they go into the playoffs with a chance. And yes, key word, they go into the playoffs.
He should have got it out of the way 2 seasons ago.
Which one?
24?
The
Dodgers,
yeah. I mean, look, it's as
if he
close
would
as
have got it out of the way then, there'd be zero pressure on him for the rest of his career.
You're right. But Brian Cashman told Aaron Boone to go to Nestor Cortez, and the rest was history.
Yep.
They were pretty good.
Let's get to your calls, 888-808-1019. John is in Tampa. Hey, John.
Guys, I love the show.
Appreciate it.
But I cannot believe why I'm calling. It's because Tiki really touched a nerve and upset me.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Sorry, man. I really love you, but no MLB player, especially a power hitter, is ever looking for a walk. Okay, and many hosts on this station have accused, especially Juan Soto, of that. Okay,
yes.
These are
he actually is though.
Negative, and I'll explain why. Now, I'm a baseball man. I didn't play professionally. I played collegiately, and I'm one of those guys that always wanted to, besides having talent, always wanted to know why and how to do things. And I coach high school baseball, and I'm a hitting instructor. Okay, in that situation, Aaron Judge is looking for he was looking off speed, okay? And if it was in a spot, he was going to murder it. And they did what's called pitch backwards. You may have heard this before. Okay, nowadays 3-1, 2-0. You don't get fastballs down the middle like we did in 1985. Okay, you get sliders, you get sweepers, you get splitters.
Right.
Okay, and that's what he was looking for. So they literally what we call pitched him backwards by throwing a friggin' two-seamer right down the middle of the plate, and he was shocked. So he took it. Okay, and so
yeah,
that's
but you've seen him turn on those before. That's my point.
Totally.
He could be
totally,
looking,
but he wasn't
for
looking
whatever
for it.
it
He
is,
was looking
but-
for a pitch. He was looking for a pitch. He was looking for off speed, and when you get 95 instead of 85, you can't hit it.
The 2-0 pitch that he, because that sequence was 2-0, 2-1, 3-1.
You're telling me
3-2.
Aaron Judge can't recognize a 95-mile-an-hour fastball and turn on it and hit it?
No, I think our last call is right. He was fooled by the pitch. He was looking for something else, which is he was guessing.
Yeah.
And on that 2-0 pitch, the reason he didn't swing 2-0 is because he did throw a slider on 2-0.
Right.
And he took it. 3-1, he did get a pitch in the middle of the plate. There's no denying it. But where I would disagree with you is looking for a walk. That phrase used on Soto and Judge is not fair. They have really good eyes. Sometimes they're looking for certain things.
Yeah.
And when they don't get it or a pitch is like a centimeter off the plate, they're not chasing. And so I think that's what it is. Now, you could kill him for it, by the way, because it's a 3-1 pitch down the middle. He doesn't swing.
Right.
I agree with you.
But shouldn't you?
But looking for a walk, I disagree with the phrasing.
Don't you have to chase when you get called so marginally off, when it's marginally wrong? You have to.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think these great hitters, Soto and Judge, are very similar in this regard. More so Soto, but we are talking about Judge. I think they are so selective and so trust their eye that their attitude is, I ain't swinging at it.
All right.
I dare you to punch me out. Now, what's good for Judge and Soto is ABS.
Right.
Because
soon to be.
Well, next week.
Not available in the WBC.
Not now, but when they go back to Florida or they go to their spring training camps in Florida, they can test it out.
Right.
And I think it's going to make a difference. Now, it wouldn't have changed 3-1 because, Teak, you're right. He should have swung at the pitch.
Right.
He missed a meatball. But I think what he's saying is he was just completely fooled. He was guessing. He was looking for something else.
Well, that's more of an indictment on Aaron Judge
I
than
agree.
the 0 for 4 he went yesterday.
No, I think that criticism is fair. I agree that the looking for the walk line, I don't like that, man, because he's not looking. You think he's looking for a walk, Teak?
No, you just say
But you
it.
said it.
You say it because it makes people pissed off.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's why we say it about Juan Soto.
But he's not looking for a walk.
Of course he is.
No, he's not. He's being selective. You don't see the difference?
Of course I do.
Okay.
You're missing the point.
I have you to listen, man. I'm missing the point completely. All I know is get set for 162 games of Major League Baseball and challenges and Judge's legacy and if Juan Soto loves New York or not.
It's a long-ass season.
We're almost there. A week away, baby. Let's go to Chris in Manhattan. Hey, Chris.
Hey, guys. Tiki, well done. You accomplished what you wanted to do.
I hear you, Chris. Nobody responded to it until, what's his name, just called.
No. I get it. Hey, two things quick on the WBS, guys, championship. First off, it's interesting how this has become kind of a breeding ground for potential managers, some that we are seeing that have potential and some that are stars are declining, like DeRosa, because you got Cervelli, who the Yankees are already lining up for Boone's replacement, and you got DeRosa, who probably did himself in. But just one thing on the DeRosa criticism, and he didn't do himself any favors, and you're right, his communication was terrible. He botched up a lot of things. But I do have to say, that's a brutal job because at the time in the season it happens, that this guy's getting text messages all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
From different organizations. Help us out here. Don't do this.
Oh, yeah.
So,
he's got his hands tied behind his back. It's almost a no-win situation for any of these guys if the Major League Baseball teams are that involved.
Then say he wasn't available. Because as soon as you say Mason
I
Miller...
agree with that. Just communicate it better. Well, and who cares if you make the Padres look like sourpusses?
No, they deserve it, though. Because ultimately, if Mason Miller wasn't available, and if you're just tuning in, here's the issue. In a tie game in the ninth inning, obviously at home, which U.S. was, use your best reliever. When Mark DeRosa was asked about that, he said, I'd only use him in a save situation, to which the pushback was, there won't be a save situation, and he really fumbled over trying to explain it, when the explanation could have been, he wasn't available. And if you have a problem with that, ask A.J. Preller. This is not my issue. They told me something. I was respectful. I listened. They didn't want me to use Mason Miller, just like the Yankees didn't want me to use David Bednar. Go talk to them about it. But instead, he gave a very fumbled answer, which makes him look bad. And he does bring up a really good point. I don't know how familiar anybody was with Omar Lopez. Well, Omar Lopez is the manager of Venezuela. He's also the current bench coach of the Houston Astros. So he's
did not know that.
He's right there to being a manager.
Of course.
So next season for openings, and you assume the Astros will be good, Omar Lopez is going to be a hot name.
So these WBC managers from any country we're talking about, they're not the current managers of Major League Baseball teams because they're in spring training. But coaches from those teams can.
In this case, it is. So in the case of Albert Pujols, who is managing the Dominican, I don't think he's doing anything right now. He interviewed for a managerial job.
Most of them are not. But you're saying Venezuela's coach?
Yes.
So
in the WBC is the bench coach for the Astros?
That is
currently.
Correct,
So he's just not he's not fulfilling his duties as the bench coach.
They said this during
training.
The broadcast in the game versus Italy explained this, that the Astros granted him special permission because they want this to help him
elevate
to get a managerial job.
And by the way, it will. And it has.
Of course.
That's my point. He'll get a job.
The fact that we're talking about him.
And I think that he would get a job. This hurt Mark DeRosa. It's just, he's never getting another job. And I remember all the times that Yankee fans would call in and say, hey, they got to get rid of Boone. They got to get rid of Boone. He's an idiot. Get rid of Boone. And one of the alternatives people would bring up was Mark DeRosa.
Right.
Well, I got news flash for you. No one's saying that anymore.
You guys are dumb.
No one's bringing up Mark DeRosa anymore.
Right.
They may bring up Omar Lopez and say, what about him? Obviously, Francisco Cervelli, because of his history with the Yankees, and we talked about it yesterday, will be the name brought up more. But, yeah, most of the other managers are either former managers, like Dusty Baker. He managed Nicaragua. Albert Pujols, a prospective manager who currently doesn't have a job. And then Mark DeRosa, who's on TV.
And will always be.
Yeah, I feel bad because Mark's such a nice guy.
He's a great broadcaster. He's fun.
Yeah, well,
I enjoyed listening to him.
Yeah, but this was rough.
I just didn't like listening to him as the manager of the WBC.
And what sucks for him is that ultimately they didn't lose because of him. We all know why they lost.
Piss poor hitting.
Thank you, Keith. Yes. And that's not necessarily his fault.
Right.
Let's go to TJ on Long Island. Hey, TJ. Hello, TJ.
Hey.
What's happening?
Evan, Tiki, Sean, great show.
Appreciate it. What's on your mind?
Tiki, you brought up about the Irish team.
Yes.
I played on it in 2008. And we had to do a qualifier through Lisbon and Portugal.
Right.
And we got smoked.
Did you? Well, how come they stopped doing it, TJ? Because I looked at the qualifiers from this last WBC, and there was no Irish team.
I cannot answer that question for you, but I just remember we flew from Dublin to Lisbon, and I was pitching against URI, and I walked over to my dad because my dad drove up for the trip, and he was just like, "Oh, does your son want to play on the team?" Because my mom is born and raised in Ireland,
right?
And so I was just like, "Yeah." I was graduating. Why not? This is awesome.
Yeah.
It was me and a bunch of guys from Boston. 2 guys from Ireland. I just remember the first fastball I threw hit the guy in the chest and he fell over.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, no.
What a start.
Right.
And I only threw 90. I was not a hot shot.
But still, you're not vouching for the competency of Irish baseball players that we were talking about last week.
Well, what they could have done, and thank you, TJ, and that's a cool experience.
That is.
It would have to be major leaguers who are Irish competing in this to qualify.
Right, because there's probably a lot of that have either I forget what the rule is, but it's basically your mom or dad that was born in Ireland, or you have the right for citizenship or something like that.
All you have to do is look at Team Italy. I mean, of course they could have built the team, but you got to qualify first. Right. And unfortunately, in the qualifiers, you're not getting the major leaguers to participate.
No.
But I think, and I can't speak for everybody in this case, but it seems like if you could be on Team USA, you say yes. And then if you're not on Team USA, you're like, all right, I guess I'll be on Italy.
Where else? Hey, Mom, where were you born?
What else we got? I'll be on Israel. All right. I guess I'll be on Ireland.
Right.
It's like the backup plan if you're not, if you don't qualify for Team USA.
I mean, the backup plan in Italy was pretty damn good.
I know. They got very, very far. Did a great job. Roger in Queens. Hey, Roger.
What up, Roger?
Hey, guys. So cool to be on. So regarding the World Cup that you guys were talking about and the importance, the tournament, the reason there's a difference is that the Olympic roster is a sub-23 roster. So those guys are all really young.
Right.
And, once these guys start peaking, they age out. So that's why the World Cup is a different prestige.
Right. The World Cup, you can play. You're a professional.
And I say this as someone who's not a soccer fan, but to me, it feels more prestigious to win the World Cup than it would to win a gold medal at the Olympics.
Yeah, I think it's because you're getting the best of the best. I think what Roger was just saying is that the Olympic roster for you have to be under 23.
I know, but if they changed that rule and allowed everybody to play,
right?
I don't know. Aren't we conditioned to believe the World Cup is just a bigger deal than the Olympics in terms of soccer? Just soccer.
I can't answer that. I just know that some of these countries have elite stars. And if you aggregate them,
right,
some of these teams are going to be stupid.
I guess just where I'm coming from on this is that if Major League Baseball players play in the Olympics, which I fully expect in the summer of 28, to me as a baseball fan, I'll watch it. I'll be into it. It'll be different because it's the middle of the season. I think there's more prestige to the WBC because to me the Olympics are I guess I've never really watched Olympic baseball. Okay,
right.
See what it's like.
I don't think I've watched an Olympic baseball game.
Right, but we've watched the WBC.
Yeah,
and now it's been around for 20 years. So maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm the crazy one, but I don't know. It just feels like the event now matters, and I don't necessarily need the Olympics to make it matter. Bryce Harper says it does, says it's more prestigious.
Right.
I just don't know why it would be. I mean, it's not to knock the Olympics. The Olympics have a million events that, yes, are very prestigious. It is so cool. It's a world event like skiing. You're not going to see it anywhere but the Olympics. Figure skating, the Olympics. I get it. But with baseball, I don't see it. Mike's in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. What's up, Mike?
How you guys doing?
What's up, man?
What's up?
Regarding how the score of a game is spoken, it drives me crazy sometimes after certain Yankee games. Michael Kay will say, and the Yankees lose 8-7, and he's wrong. The Orioles won 8-7.
Well, that's different.
I am a damage freak.
That's very, very different.
It's similar, but we're talking about. But I hear what you're saying.
Because
the Yankees didn't lose 8-7. The Orioles won 8-7.
No, I disagree. It's your perspective. So Michael Kay is the voice of the New York Yankees.
I am a damage freak.
He's talking to Yankee fans. The Yankees lost. Sean's like, if his wife says, how'd the Yankees do? He's not going to say, the Orioles won. He's going to say, we lost.
Right.
It's about perspective.
If I said the Orioles won, she'd be like, well, how'd the Yankees do?
Right.
Exactly.
So you're dead wrong about that. That's the home broadcast. It's a Yankee perspective. It's a Met perspective on the Met broadcast.
That's not the same thing as reading the lower score first.
No. I have two sons, and they're learning sports. The first thing I get, I correct them on very quick, is
Which one goes first?
I'm winning 3-5. No, you're not. You're winning 5-3. The Mets are losing 0-6.
But what if you said I'm losing 3-5?
No. You can, under no circumstances other than tennis, can you put the lower score first. Now, I'm not as extreme as Sean. Sean said earlier, if you're just tuning in, he would take the C off of Aaron Judge's chest.
I mean, in jest, but yes.
Oh, now it's in jest.
Yes, Evan.
I mean, it sounded pretty serious before.
It was very much a you dead to me tongue-in-cheek.
You shut the hell up.
And, of course, the reason for that is he doesn't actually have a C on his chest.
That's true. That's true. That's only a Met thing where we put the C's on our chest. When we come back, it's a brand new edition for the first time in months of New Team Who Dis. Plus, I got to get this off my chest. The NFL needs to call an emergency meeting because there is a rule change that needs to go into effect immediately. But in basketball tonight, we got a bunch of games going on, including one that I will be in the building for. Very excited to go to Barclays Center because we get Brooklyn, we get Oklahoma City. Now, OKC played last night, so they have not released an injury report quite yet for their game. But in the case of Brooklyn, Michael Porter Jr. may return. He's sat the last 3 games. He's listed as questionable, and there's a damn good chance we're going to see him back in action tonight. You know that Igor Joman's not going to play. He's been shut down for the season. And you know Day'Ron Sharpe is not going to play. There's a few other games going on tonight. L.A. Houston. Maxi Kleber is out and will miss an extended time with a back injury. So there's a few injuries to keep an eye on. And we do it for you every single week. In fact, today's injury report right here on The Fan. You can all season long for weekly injury updates. It's presented by the Fanatics Sportsbook. Now, winning hits different with Fanatics Sportsbook. When everything is on the line before the playoffs and the season, you may have heard me talking about my partnership with Fanatics Sportsbook and their one-of-a-kind fair play injury protection. There's no better place to bet player props than Fanatics Sportsbook. And last night, this proves my point. Detroit's taking on Washington. And, of course, the All-Star as you saw last night, went down with the back spasms. Did you see that in the first quarter? Didn't return in the second half? Well, Fanatics Fair Play voided all pro player prop bets across straights, parlays, and same-game parlays instantly and let your bets play out. Some books protect your bet for just the first quarter. Some discontinued your protection for the postseason, but not at Fanatics Sportsbook, where they flip losing bets into winning bets. I got the numbers right here. Fanatics Sportsbook's fair play policies save 50% of same-game parlays. Do not wait for that bad beat with other books this playoff. Bet with the book that always has your back. Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Flushing Bank. Portion of the program is also sponsored by Paramus Chevrolet.
Life's rewarding, especially with Flushing Bank's Complete Cash Rewards program. Just open a personal or business complete checking account to get started. With 30 New York Metro locations, there's nothing easier or more rewarding. Visit flushingbank.com today. Member FDIC.
Together, let's drive at Paramus Chevrolet. For just $287 a month and just $287 due at delivery, lease a brand new Trax Sporty Wagon 2RS with front-wheel drive for 39 months. Buying, enjoy 0.0% APR financing for well-qualified buyers. Visit ParamusChevrolet.com today.
Todd, the warmer weather has melted away the winter blues, and major deals are now springing up at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
You said it. Whether it's hot or cold, you need a heavy-duty truck that can reliably haul the largest of loads year-round. And during Ram Truck Month at Ramsey, we have incredible lease offerings on all new Ram trucks, including
the new 2026 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4, leased for just $389 a month for 39 months.
Or buy and get 0% APR financing for 60 months and no monthly payments for 90 days.
Ram, America's best full-size truck with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Get yours at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Just call 833-853-2969 for details. $2,500 down plus tax, title, registration, and fees. Zero security deposit. VIN number T4152323. 1667 for $1,000 finance for 0% APR. Deferred payment for qualified buyers who still Stellantis Financial. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Offer ends 3/31/26.
Hey, this is Tiki Barber. Those of us living in New Jersey got hit with a 20% electric rate increase. If your current heating system is over 15 years old, it's time for a new high-efficiency Carrier system. And there's only one company to call for a new one. My friends at Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's heating experts for over 38 years. Older heating systems waste gas. So get your system checked now and save money with Edison Heating and Cooling. Contact them now at edisonhvac.com. That's edisonhvac.com.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
If you love sports, this is the show for you. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos. Weekday mornings 9 to noon Eastern on the free Odyssey app and YouTube at The Costos. Bringing you the biggest NFL news, guests, and notes from the offseason while getting you ready to win the madness of college hoops. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos. Live and interactive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern. Presented by BetMGM. Download the Odyssey app and listen from anywhere for sports talk from people who love sports.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
penalty kick
out of the park!
From way downtown for a
beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go Teams!
Right now, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on bracket picks, money line spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York to learn more. That's FanDuel.com/New York to opt in to claim your bonus for the tournament. FanDuel, it's time to dance. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook has all the betting markets you want for the tournament. And for all sports, FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Bonus issues, non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Fun is in the driver's seat at Nielsen Dodge. Get a great deal on the new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram you really want with 0 down payment available, plus the credit help you need. Shop online at nielsendodge.com. Declaration of Deals sales event.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code DEAL for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code DEAL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code DEAL.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Mostly cloudy, with highs only getting up to 36 degrees.
Weather brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store and online. Staples. That was easy.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
New team Who Dis coming up in a couple of minutes, plus more of your calls, 888-808-1019, Evan and Tiki. So we have talked off and on over the last couple of years about the importance of the NFL addressing their tank problem.
Yes.
It is not as big as the NBA's. I admit that. I think sometimes in the emotion of an NFL season, I will claim it's worse than the NBA. But the NBA's got a major issue. A third of the league is tanking, including the team I root for. I fully understand why they're doing it. And I think it's happening for a myriad of reasons, most of it being the nature of the sport. But the other reason why tanking in the NBA is such a problem this year is what we're about to watch on Thursday. There are 4 or 5 potential franchise players in this NBA draft.
Right.
And so unlike last year where teams were tanking for a specific player in Cooper Flagg, this year they're tanking to just make sure they're in the bottom 3, bottom 4, bottom 5.
Right.
And I think that has contributed to the tanking issue in the NBA. What does that have to do with the NFL? It has everything to do with the NFL. Look at what this quarterback draft may look like.
Next year.
Next year.
Not this year.
Next year.
Yeah.
And you've even said it to calm my nerves as a Jet fan. Wow, there may be 4 quarterbacks and maybe this. And Sean said Arch Manning, he could be the next great quarterback.
Right.
If all of this turns out to be the case, what do you think the NFL is going to look like in November for the bad teams?
For the teams that are obvious in need of a quarterback or looking for an upgrade at quarterback.
What do you think's going to happen?
They're going to race to the bottom.
They're going to race to the bottom.
It's the same thing that's happening right now. It's like, and the problem in the NBA, just to mention it real quick, is that, like, as a Knick observer, because they're our local team, the only one that's relevant regarding the postseason.
Wow.
You watch some of these games and you're like, harsh. Okay, they've won 4 in a row, and then you realize they're playing teams that don't care.
Not the Knicks' fault, but yes,
exactly. But what can you garner from it? Like, what can you take from the Knicks' big win against the Indiana Pacers last night? They won by 20 almost, and it's like, and so you should have won by 50.
Right.
right? You should have somebody score 80 points.
I think the biggest problem is that it's a third of the league. Yeah. Like a big chunk of the NBA is making a decision that, by the way, I totally understand why they're doing it. It's the nature of the sport, the draft, and the rules in which they're forced to do it.
I think it would be difficult for NFL teams to look like this.
So here's where I would tell you, I'm not saying it would look as bad as this. But we saw what happened at the end of last season. You guys remember what the Raiders did? And the guys they were sitting in the open issue
Max
between
Crosby. That's the issue with them. That's why he wanted to be traded.
You don't think, Teak, as much as you hate it, and I'm not even defending it, that by November we're going to see teams, general managers, not players, make business decisions and say, hey, we got to lose these games. Mm-hmm. Let's sit this guy. Now, the players aren't going to like it.
Right.
I understand that. I don't know if the players like it right now in the NBA necessarily. But I think the NFL's got to get ahead of it because I'm warning this commissioner and I'm warning this league. Your tanking issue is about to get worse. So instead of allowing it to fester, you got time to change the rules before the season.
Change the rules. Now, what do you mean by change the rules?
At the bare minimum, a lottery system. And I know that the NBA has it and it still doesn't work. I get it. And we can fight over how you would execute it, which we've talked about before on this station. But you've got to do something other than having a race to the bottom because it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Sean knows it's going to happen. We may be in the middle of it with the Jets. And it's not good for us as fans. It's not good for the sport. And the NFL, unlike the NBA, has a chance to end it before it happens. And I'm telling you, the nature of this draft coming up, the nature of this sport, the way tanking has become such a prominent part of the sports world, this is on the NFL and these league owners and the competition committee to do something immediately. It's March. They have time. But if they don't do anything, Teak, I'm telling you right now, we're sitting here in November and we're having these conversations.
So what does that look like? Do something immediately is what? Is change how the draft works?
Yes, I would have a lottery. I mean, at the bare minimum, a lottery.
Yeah, but
bare minimum.
That I think that wouldn't that have had to happen already?
No, for next year. This draft is set. I'm talking about 2027. For next season, there's more than enough time to tweak the system.
Yeah, but it then has to get approved by the owners, and then it done.
This is an emergency issue.
It has to be presented. By somebody on the committee, one of those committees, and ultimately voted upon.
Yeah, go do it. It's March 18th, bro. Well, we acting like it's September.
It's too late.
It's not too late.
The offseason's already begun, and teams may have already started shifting their rosters.
Screw them. No. Hold on a second. You're not allowed to tank. I mean, you are allowed to tank.
But it's not tanking, though.
No. I want to hear a team complain to me, I can't do that. We're tanking.
Well, I want to hear that. What if you approached your quarterback free agency with the eye of, I'm not saying I'm going to tank, but I know there's 5 quarterbacks in the first round next year. Now you're telling me I could be in a lottery and pick 12?
Yeah, too bad.
Maybe I would have been more aggressive in signing Malik Willis.
Then you should always try to be aggressive and win. That'd be my message as a commissioner.
With a salary cap, also do that.
Of course you can. You guys are wrong.
I want a lottery. There's flaws in doing it next year.
No, there's no flaws in doing it next year.
You want to change things? The schedule's not out. Here's how you change things. They are 3 games, and only 3 games in the schedule now that match up where you finish division record. Mm-hmm. Instead of worrying about division games at the end of the year, the bad teams play the bad teams.
How do you do that, though? And by the way, that's even worse because then the bad teams are having a tank fest against each other.
Exactly. So let them throw up all over each other.
So it doesn't affect the integrity of the sport? I got you. Yeah, I think you guys are wrong. Like, it's not too late. I don't care if someone executed their offseason with an eye on tanking. That's frowned upon. It shouldn't be allowed. And honestly, I think the league's got to do it, and they got to do it quick. They're dragging their feet. And what really concerns me about the NFL compared to the NBA is Adam Silver knows it's an issue. He's addressed it. Now, I don't know what they're going to do for next year, but they're clearly changing the NBA draft system. And I'll give you my opinion on what it is when they announce it. But Adam Silver, say what you want about him as a commissioner. He's not a good one. But he's addressed, hey, we have a problem. The NFL has never addressed it.
No.
There wasn't even a question for Goodell at his Super Bowl press conference, which means I don't know if the media is falling asleep or maybe I'm the boy that cries wolf or something.
No.
I think it's a real issue.
It is an issue. Here's why. In the NBA, the regular season has become so meaningless and such an embarrassment. In the NFL, you're only focused on the games that matter if you don't care about your team, and it's not an issue unless you're paying attention to your team.
But
we paid attention, they're Giant Raiders.
But I think
nobody else did.
The Giants and the Raiders, it was ugly. It was a disgrace.
What a goddamn disgrace.
So you've already seen examples of it. You got to show foresight. And I don't think, honestly, I'm going to rip you guys. I don't think you guys have shown any foresight. You're just it's too late. Let's just move on.
No.
Let's move on.
I'm pro
You know
lottery.
it's a problem. You both know it's a problem. So address it.
I don't think it's the same kind of problem that the NBA has. Because the NBA, it feels like even teams that are winning some of these games, they take their foots completely off the gas and just let themselves lose.
Yeah.
You'll never see that in the NFL. You'll never see a team that has a lead just shut it down.
You won't see Malik Neighbors pulled in the second half of the final game of the season. We won't see that because I thought we saw that.
Yeah,
unless my memory is wrong.
I think
we won't see a quarterback come out of a game like the Eagles did years ago in 2020.
On average, a top wide receiver for doesn't matter the team gets 8 to 10 targets. Pull Malik Neighbors. It doesn't matter.
I know it's not the same as pulling.
If you're saying pulling Jackson Dart, then it's obvious.
Well, the Eagles did that in 2020, as we all recall.
Exactly, and it got the head coach fired.
Yeah, it's got to do more, though.
Cowboys tanked. They're in picking 11th now.
I know, and that's my point. Like, you got to address it. I think the league is messing up by not addressing it. Anyhow, Tiki, are you ready? I know you've been preparing.
I have not prepared.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the return of the very popular every 4-month segment simply known as New Team Who Dis.
New Team Who Dis. New Team Who Dis. New Team Who Dis.
New Team Who Dis.
New Team Who Dis. New Team Who Dis.
So here's how this goes. Before the NFL, put that magazine down, Sean. What? He's got a baseball magazine open.
Sorry.
So the way this works is before the football season, we kind of forget about all the offseason moves. They literally just happened a few weeks ago. Now you get to late August and you're like, where did that guy go? Wait, what team is Jalen Waddle on? He's on Denver? So obviously the baseball offseason started all the way back in November. It recently ended. But we have probably forgotten where a lot of known players ended up.
I've forgotten where most of them went.
So we have a game called New Team Who Dis.
Right. I know Pete Alonso, and that's maybe.
I'm not giving you Pete. I'm not giving you the easy ones. So we'll give you some names. You've heard of all these players. I'm not going to give guys you've never heard of. And Tiki and Sean will try to guess where these players are now. They're on a new team. Who dis?
Now, we haven't played this in a while, and I've never run the controls for this. Is there anything else I have to do from this point forward?
I'll take it from here.
Okay.
Okay.
Just want to
We're just playing the game. We're participants.
I just want to make sure.
Nice.
I will go person by person, and then if you don't know, the other person with a chance to steal, okay?
All right, let's go.
So I have flipped a coin, and Tiki Barber is going first.
The irony of this, again, for the audience that doesn't know, is me and Tiki share a fantasy team as well.
That's true. This will get you ready for the fantasy draft.
This will let us know what we don't know.
Former New York Met, former New York Yankee, new team who dis, Harrison Bader.
Oh, man. Harrison Bader.
Royals? The Royals.
You're wrong.
Sean, a chance to steal.
Cincinnati Reds.
Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person?
You guys are incorrect. The answer is, you'll see him on Wednesday, the San Francisco Giants.
Damn.
The San Francisco.
I have zero recollection of that.
And remember, he killed the Mets.
Remember you talking about one or both of our teams wanting or needing him.
I think both teams could have used him.
That's what I mean. Yeah. That's the only thing I remember about Harrison Bader.
He had a great year with Minnesota, got traded to the Phillies, tortured the Mets once he was in Philly, and went to San Francisco. That's a good one because guess what? A week from tonight on Netflix, you'll see his beautiful hair flowing in the San Francisco sky. All right? Sean Morash, this guy participated last night and got the game-winning double. His friends call him Gino. Wow. Look at you.
He's fat. Well done.
Eugenio Suarez, a member of the Cincinnati Reds. That was good.
I'm tracking him so much because it bothers me so much he's not a Yankee and Ryan McMahon is.
Oh, you wanted him.
Yes.
That makes sense.
I remember that from last year.
All right. Former New York Met. Pitched last season for the Toronto Blue Jays. New team who dis, Chris Bassett. Tiki Barber.
A's.
You're wrong.
Now, he was on the A's a few years ago, but no, he is not on the Oakland A's or the Las Vegas A's or whatever the hell you want to call them now. Sean Morash for the steal.
The Baltimore Orioles.
Look at you.
I'm a fat moron.
2 for Sean Morash.
Let's go.
He's kicking some ass.
He is. Makes me feel a little bit better about our fantasy team.
All right, new team who dis. Marcell Ozuna. Spent the last few years with Atlanta. Big, fat, bad man. Of course, we know what he was accused of. Designated hitter. New team who dis. Marcell Ozuna, Sean Morash.
Pirates.
Look, oh my God.
He's fat.
That's impressive.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Have you been studying?
I had 2 flights, baby, with no TV.
I apologize, T.
That's all good.
This is an ass whooping.
I don't mind losing this.
This guy may end up in the Hall of Fame. Like, literally, I think this guy's got a chance. I wouldn't consider him a Hall of Famer, but he's got as many saves as anybody active right now. I think he's ahead of Craig Kimbrell. I'd have to check. Kenley Jansen last year was with the Angels, but new team who dis. for Kenley Jansen, Tiki Barber.
Blue Jays?
You're wrong.
This has been a tough one here.
What garbage?
Sean Morash for the steal and make it 4-0. Kenley Jansen, new team, who dis?
Nationals.
All right, finally.
You're wrong.
Pulled him off. He's actually with the Detroit Tigers.
Oh, I knew that, actually.
Yeah, remember that one? All right.
Because I remember saying after he signed, they're really trying to win.
Yes.
This is why Schoolball's not going anywhere.
New team, who dis? This guy, I think, was the World Series MVP back in 2023 with the Texas Rangers. Adolis Garcia is a new team, who dis? Sean Morash, new team, who dis? Adolis Garcia.
Oh, Brewers.
You're wrong.
Isn't he the Reds also?
Are you stupid?
No.
Are you a stupid person?
Adolis Garcia is in the National League East with the Philadelphia Phillies.
Ah, that's right. Okay.
We're looking for the Philadelphia Phillies. Tiki Barber. Met fans couldn't stand the guy.
Yeah.
He spent only a month and a half here. And I'm not talking about Ryan Helsley,
I was
because you
gonna
probably
say
know the
Orioles.
answer now. Cedric Mullins. New team, who dis? Cedric Mullins.
This is a pure guess.
Okay.
Red Sox.
You're wrong.
It's a good guess. It's fine.
I think the Diamondbacks.
You're wrong.
The answer we were looking for is the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays.
Wrong expansion team.
And finally, let's see if Tiki can get one, because we got to get him one. Formerly of the Milwaukee Brewers, a former New York Met, Jose Quintana. Jose Quintana is on a baseball team.
No idea.
What
I
team is
did
it?
not know he was still pitching. Honestly, I swear. I'm going to guess the
Imagine if he pulls this out of his ass.
the Padres.
You're wrong.
Rockies.
Look at you.
I won
Good job, Sean. You
Okay,
won.
Sean.
You did well. You got
Let's
five.
go. Let's go.
5 out of whatever it was. All right, good job. New team, who dis? So hopefully this educates you, and now someone will say, holy crap, Harrison Bader's facing the Yankees next week on Netflix. New team, who dis? Thank you very much. Let's get back to your calls, 888-808-1019. Our buddy Ozzy in Woodridge.
Hey,
What's
Ozzy.
going on, Oz?
What's up, fellas? How's everybody doing?
All's well.
Wonderful.
Rough week over here in my household.
What happened?
Start the week. DeRosa's got nothing on me. All week, you filthy Americans, you put that American umpire behind the plate to screw my country, my homeland. Oh, my God.
That was your wife? That's what your wife was telling you all week?
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't
boy.
think my marriage was going to make it. And
Wow.
Venezuela got revenge for all of Latin America. The only person that isn't bombing Venezuela is Aaron Judge. So
I don't want to laugh at that.
Oh, that's
I mean, we're
solid.
not bombing them, so it's okay. Like, I
Right.
guess we can laugh.
No, we just kind of went in and stole their present.
We just got rid. We put him in jail. He's in Brooklyn right
Yes.
now. Do you think he watched last night?
Definitely.
Do they give you TVs
He
when you're in
probably
prison?
took some pride.
Well, I think he took some pride. The question is, are you even able to watch anything when you're in there? And would they let him watch it? I don't know.
would he have called into the locker room like he did to the men's Team USA team and did like a big celebration thing and all that other
Wait, so you think
Cash Patel type stuff?
Maduro's got one phone call, and his one phone call is...
No, I thought you meant Trump.
Why would Trump call the Venezuelan team? Because he wants to make them a
No, but
state?
Trump has called the United States
Oh.
team. If the United States
Yes,
won and made a
yes.
big deal about
I think he would have, because I'd have to check. I think he posted last night about the WBC,
Yeah.
something about Venezuela being a 51st state, trying to mock him and all that crap. So I assume that if they won, yes, he would have played it up and been
Are
like,
you sure he didn't call Venezuela? We are running it, right?
I mean, maybe he did. Hey guys, I'm so proud of you. We won.
Hey guys, the reason why you won is because I liberated your country and all your people. So you can thank me. I'm the best ever, the best president.
That could have happened. That could have happened. All right, Ozzy. Thank you very
See you
much for
later.
your phone call. We appreciate it. It was actually a funny one from Ozzy. Made me laugh.
I know.
Made me think about it. Let's go to Brian in Northport. Hey, Brian.
What's up, Brian?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call.
Yep.
I got two quick Aaron Judge points. I know that everyone's beating it to death, but I was telling Sean, and Aaron Judge admitted that he felt like this environment was bigger than the World Series. That being said, I watched last night. I'm not a big fan of the WBC, but I watched. And he has a tell, almost like a poker face, a look, when he's up there in these big spots where you can see it in his face. Not only does he not know what's coming, you as a fan know it's not happening. And I feel like I saw that last night, and I'm like,
what's the tell that you
just
noticed?
the look on his face. He's got his mouth open. He's just staring like I don't know. I can't pinpoint what it is. I just get that feeling from him. And my other point is, I feel like he's on the 10th hole this season. I feel like he's on the backside now. And if it doesn't happen this year or next year, I don't think it's going to happen for him.
Well, but the reason why the reason I disagree with that is, as we talked about earlier, baseball's a team sport. And I made you the prediction / short of joke that Aaron Judge will eventually win a World Series, and he'll do it at 39 years old when he's not Aaron Judge. Of course that can happen. It's baseball. If he's on the best team he's ever been on as a 39-year-old DH playing part of the time, and the Yankees are loaded, they can win a World Series. This isn't the NBA. But I think you are right, or at least you have a very good chance of being right, and I'd put money on your side as much as I don't want to be right, is that Aaron Judge over the last 4 years has been off the charts historic.
Yes.
He hasn't just been great. He hasn't just been really good. He has been putting up numbers that match XXX Jimmy Fox.
That's right.
That match Babe Ruth.
OPS and batting average over 300, hitting almost 60 home runs. It's just been utterly ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Regular season.
Ridiculous. And so I think it is absolutely fair
in addition to leading the league in intentional walks.
That too,
By a lot.
It is absolutely fair to say about a 34-year-old, because he'll be 34 in late April, I can't imagine him doing that again. And I think that's a fair point, because think about this.
Don't we keep saying that?
We do. No, I said that last year. I own that. I'll say that every year. You want to know why? Because he's on a 4-year heater that we've never seen.
Right, it's improbable.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense that you get older and you get better or more consistent. Maybe not better, but more consistent than you've ever been.
Think about this with Aaron Judge, and this would be considered a significantly down season for Aaron Judge based on what he's done over the last 4 years. He hits .285, which is significantly down from the last 2 seasons. He hits 42 home runs, which is significantly down from the last 2 seasons. And he has an OPS of .970, which is significantly down from these monster seasons. That's a great year, right? He could win the MVP with those numbers.
Right. He probably won't.
And yet,
Bobby Witt.
We'll see about that. I mean, Bobby Witt, who did nothing in the WBC either.
Neither did Aaron Judge.
Yeah, he did more than Bobby Witt.
True.
Cal Raleigh did nothing. He could win MVP this year.
Okay, but he's not either, because he's probably going to come down.
You just hope he does, because he's on our fantasy team.
Yeah.
That's right.
Much to the chagrin of many in the league.
My only point is, those numbers I just gave you are really good numbers that, yes, in a certain season can win the MVP. And yet that would be significantly down from the last 4 seasons. That's the bar that Aaron Judge has set.
Right.
So when our last caller says, he's on the back 9, or however he phrased it.
The 10th hole.
The 10th hole. I guess that is the back 9.
Yeah, but it's the start of the back 9. You got a lot of time till the 18th.
By the way, those numbers I gave you is the beginning of the back 9, right? Because they're good numbers.
Yeah, but if you say the back 9, it's almost like you're saying, he's on the 16th hole. He's got a couple more left.
Fair enough.
By saying the 10th hole, he's just saying, he's turned the bend a little bit, but he's still good.
A lot of people start playing better in the 10th hole, by the way, taking more drinks in you.
100%.
And those numbers I gave you are 10th hole numbers, right? Because they're very good. Like, he's not done yet, but they're clearly not as good as the last 4 seasons. And I think that's absolutely on the table. But the thing about baseball is, just because that happens for Aaron Judge doesn't mean the Yankees aren't going to be as good.
Right.
I mean, that's not how baseball works. And that's why I love the irony of the sport that, yes, he'll be like the 4th best hitter on a team at age 39 years old, and that's when they'll win the World Series. I mean, that was Don Mattingly when he finally made the playoffs. Right. He wasn't their best player in 1995. It was the end of his career. He had the back issues. And yet, he was there.
Right.
And the Yankees came so close to getting to the American League Championship Series and maybe going on a deeper run. So just because we may have seen the best of Aaron Judge doesn't mean it's not going to happen for him. And yes, he could have a big October off of a season that isn't as historic as 3 of the last 4 seasons that have been outright historic. But if I had to predict Aaron Judge's numbers, I would predict massive numbers, but I wouldn't predict the last 4 seasons. It's just tough to imagine him doing it again.
Yeah, but he's also Aaron Judge. I think we talk about this often, how fit he is and how in today's athletic world, you can play at a high level for a lot longer simply because of technology and medicine and training methods and supplements and all these other things. And Aaron Judge is no different. Like, his body's his temple. You can tell, you can look, and you can see it. And he hasn't really had injuries that are detrimental for him long term. You know what I mean? He's had these little things that nag, like his elbow. But I mean, based on what we saw in the WBC, his elbow's not bothering him anymore.
Well, in fairness to Judge, I used to talk about how I can't rely on him, how he's an unreliable slugger, and sometimes the facts change. In 4 of the last 5 seasons, he's been incredibly healthy.
Yep.
And by healthy, I mean he's played through it. So last year he had the elbow stuff, but he played 152 games.
Yep.
So that's a healthy season.
Right. He just DH'd a little bit more, so maybe
totally fine. By the way,
his defensive metric took a hit, but whatever.
But that's okay. That's
fine.
still if Aaron Judge plays 152 games, he had a healthy season. Other than 23, which was obviously the anomaly of running into the gate at Dodger Stadium, he's been a very healthy player over the last 5 years. So I think to Judge's credit, he's eliminated that narrative about his inability to stay healthy. Steve in Massapequa. What's up, Steve?
Hey, guys. What's going on? Great show today, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just wanted to touch on why I think the NFL will never have a draft lottery, and it's really twofold. The first is, and Tiki can speak to this better than anybody else can, you're never going to get the buy-in from the players. You're going to have to literally send guys home like they did Max Crosby.
That's right.
And I don't think it'll ever get... It'll never get to a point where, like, Evan, I mean, the NBA has, you could argue, a third of the league on Tank Watch.
Yeah.
Like, the NFL will never have, I mean, I don't know how many guys is that? A third of the teams times 53. It's several teams, 500 guys that are going to buy into tanking. I don't think it'll ever happen. And I think maybe more importantly, tanking is not cured from making a lottery, as is at point A, the NBA. They have a lottery. It's worse than ever. So I don't think the NFL will adopt a lottery when it doesn't cure the issue.
Yeah, I think the only difference, and you're right, Steve, there would be a mutiny if, say, let's call it 14, teams are clearly trying to lose. And they're like, all right, XYZ star, you're not going to play today.
There'd be a mutiny. Have you listened to Sean? He'd be cheering it. There are certain fans.
He would. I'm talking about from the players.
Yes, the players would be upset.
The players would they'd probably sue or file a grievance. I'm being honest, because not only are you hurting their ability to showcase themselves, which is all we as athletes want to do. There's a vanity that comes with being a professional athlete. I want to be great. I only get, especially in football, there are limited opportunities for me to do that. Now, you're pulling me off the field because you want to lose this freaking game? Kiss my ass, right? And that's what happened with Max Crosby last year. So you can imagine if that happened with multiple players on multiple teams. Yeah, it would be utter chaos from a management of the room standpoint.
I think you guys are right about that the players wouldn't go for it. It would never be as extensive as what happens in the NBA.
Yeah.
But here's the point, and maybe this is the thing that bothers me more than anything. It's what this does to us as fans, where we are put in a position to have to root against our teams in December. It's not healthy. It's not a healthy way to be a fan. Like, I remember the Jets for the last month and a half of last season. Well, they're better off losing. They're better off losing. Root against your team. We're debating are Jet fans going to go to MetLife Stadium to root against their team. It's just not healthy. It's not healthy for the sport. And you're right. That doesn't involve players, and players aren't going to go for it. And maybe the organizational tank won't happen as in-depthly as it happens in the NBA. But I think the health of a sport is a lot about the fans. You need your fans to want your team to win.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, at the end of seasons, Giant fans have had the experience. I've certainly been forced to have this experience. We're in this spot where we're forced to want our team to lose, and that's not good.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. No Jalen Brunson, no problem for the Knicks, who crushed the Pacers 136-110. Speaking of tanking, Mikal Bridges did start and played 33 minutes, scoring 10 points. Josh Hart, how about him? A season high, 33 points. Also, the Islanders won 3-1 to maintain the third spot in the Metropolitan.
Clyde.
This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Clyde was on fire last night because as Josh Hart was having this epic night, he kept making references to Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, and they just, you know what? I'm not going to describe it. I'll let you guys listen. This is Clyde discussing at times the brilliance of Josh Hart.
Hart inside, hammered and puts it in. The Hart heroics continue. A 30-point game for Josh Hart.
And you know what Hart is going to do to Brunson tonight, Mike. He's going to say, man, look how many I score and you're not playing. You hold the ball.
I like how he says, you know what Josh Hart's going to do to Jalen Brunson tonight.
Well,
I'm like, what are they going to do?
That's funny.
Is he going to give him the oil check? Or whatever that was?
You got it right, oil check.
I got it right.
Was
You
it
did. That was when Josh,
that's right. At the
yeah.
The in-season tournament thing, or whatever it's called.
He checked on Jalen's oil.
Yeah.
Want to hear some more of Clyde making inappropriate comments?
You know he's going to give it to his roommate after this proliferation.
There's no doubt about it, Clyde. Topping his third foul.
Yeah, he's going to get Brunson good tonight.
What is he even suggesting?
I don't know if it's the oil check or what's going on there. But Clyde's laugh is what really adds to it. Because he's not just like, oh, he's going to give it to him. Like, he's thinking about things that he's going to give to him.
He's trying how to say it without being very inappropriate.
You think he's thinking of the oil check?
I have no idea.
Do you think
I have no idea.
Do you think Clyde thinks they're actually roommates? Because they did the podcast and they used to be roommates at Villanova?
Yeah,
like
I think he's just using it as like a, I don't know, metaphor.
I don't know. He's talking about what he's going to do to him tonight. Like they're hanging out. And maybe they are. I'll tell you, that relationship between Josh and Jalen, and I know when the Knicks aren't winning, it's like, shut up, who cares? They're a bunch of... It is a very wholesome relationship.
Right.
It really is. Like the relationship between Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart is like a lot of male relationships where one guy is just a prankster and sort of a bully, but a nice bully. The other one's the cool, underspoken star who doesn't say much. And all they do is bust each other's balls. Like that's all they do. With finger pokes of doom, and God knows what Jalen is doing. Like that, I think what makes that friendship so special to us is not just that they're the Knicks and that they're really good and all that crap. It's that we've all had a Josh Jalen relationship.
Yeah, it's relatable.
Yes. Very relatable. We'll come back with your calls, 888-808-1019. Sean's got a Cinco de Luncho later on. And the New York Jets added to the quarterback room, as we all know. But what are they going to do next? What veteran quarterback, or not, are they going to put behind Geno Smith? We'll talk about it coming up. If new windows and doors have been on your list, don't wait. Windorama's offering up to 40% off your installation project when you purchase and install with them. We're talking major savings, top quality brands, and expert installation all at once. Upgrade your home and take advantage of savings. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will help deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. And with each package delivered, your business gets paid. There are no startup costs, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. And not only that, you get extra exposure for your business as you're delivering packages to all of the customers in your neighborhood. So sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Miami Dolphins are going to be terrible this year after trading star receiver Jalen Waddle to the Broncos. And to be fair, they were going to be terrible before trading Jalen Waddle to the Denver Broncos. But for Miami, this is the only path forward. Have to take your medicine this year, deal with all the losses, and then in 2027, you can really start this rebuild in earnest. So if you're a Dolphins fan, I know it's tough, but you should be excited. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Febreze. New Febreze Air Mist has 50% more odor fighters and up to 30% more fragrance than the old formula. So now you can take on 100% more stinky odors, like sweaty gym bags, greasy cooking smells, and the after effects of the dog rolling around in something. Just spray, and new Febreze Air instantly restores just clean freshness. Smell you later, odor. Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Where you learn matters. At Monmouth University, students study on a vibrant coastal campus with direct access to research, culture, and industry. From classrooms to competition, from creativity to career prep, Monmouth offers a vantage point shaped by location and purpose, blending a personalized learning experience with Division I pride and a rising national profile. Bigger thinking, more inspired. You amplified. Amplify your future at Monmouth University. Learn more at monmouth.edu/amplified.
All new Dunkin' Zero. Only 20 calories, 0 sugar. The all new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon? Wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Sun Zest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero. Only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain 0 fruit juice. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
We're here with attorney Mark Miner of the personal injury law firm of Zalman, Schnurman & Miner. Mark, if someone's injured in an accident, what should they do?
It is always best to report the accident as soon as possible and gather all important information.
Now, is it important to call an experienced personal injury attorney?
Absolutely. The sooner you call, the better. If you call us for a free consultation at 1-800-LAW-LINE, we will be able to advise you of your rights. The sooner we get started on investigating what happened, the better. There are many reasons to act quickly. The failure to act may mean losing a chance for compensation.
So if someone's injured in an accident, when is the best time to call you?
If you were injured in an accident, you should call us right now at 1-800-LAW-LINE. There is no cost for a consultation and no fee unless there's a recovery. We are here to help you.
So if you're injured in an accident, call the experienced personal injury attorneys at Zalman, Schnurman & Miner at 1-800-LAW-LINE. That number again, 1-800-LAW-LINE.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Toyo tires, sells them all at the guaranteed lowest price, offers more free services for life than anywhere else, and Town Fair has well over 100 locations throughout New England and New York. The area's largest inventory of Toyo tires at the guaranteed lowest price, more locations, and the most free services for life. So for your next set of Toyo tires, remember, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody!
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
College basketball coverage is presented by Dr. Jay Shaw and Samuel Institute for Pain Management. A slam dunk when it comes to the best doctor offering pain-relieving solution. Visit SamuelPain.com.
We love talking about the Knicks and Nets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Evan and Tiki on the Fan. For those excited for baseball, we are a week away from opening day, and we are an hour away from giving you the chance to listen to Yankees Red Sox, because on the AM side, you will hear a little sneak preview of this upcoming Major League Baseball season with a spring training radio broadcast right here on the Fan. And not only are you getting a spring training broadcast right here on the Fan on the AM side, we'll continue our show, and Craig will continue his show with Big Mac on the FM side and the Odyssey app. And it's not only Yankees Red Sox, and it's not only the voice of Dave Sims and Susan Waldman, it's also the return of Garrett Cole.
Be a man.
He is back. He will throw an inning as he recovers from Tommy John surgery. More thoughts on Garrett Cole's return coming up later this hour. But the NFL offseason has kind of hit that quiet period. We did have the big trade yesterday of Jalen Waddle going from Miami to the Chargers, but we don't have the every 5-minute free agent movements.
Miami to the Broncos.
What did I say?
You said Chargers.
I said the Chargers?
You did.
Boy, my brain. New team, who dis? To the Denver Broncos for like a first, a third, and a fourth. So it's kind of gotten quiet. Like the first layer of free agency in the trade market is slowly ending. And I look at the Jets, and they obviously made the decision to go after Geno Smith. And we expressed a lot of views on that over the last week. It's not something I would have done. It's not something I wanted them to do. Have I learned to accept it already? I have. Am I hoping for the best? I am. I'm a fan. What else can I do? But it would not have been my first choice. With that said, the Jets still have a quarterback room that probably needs to add a guy or two. Like, as of right now, they have two other quarterbacks on their roster, Bailey Zappi, who they picked up off waivers after the season was over, and, of course, Brady Cook, who was, I don't want to be mean.
Yeah, he was average at best and probably below average.
Yeah, you're being very nice. He was not an NFL player. So the Jets could draft a quarterback, which we'll spend more time talking about, but they also, if they're really going to follow the Giants model, the Giants added two veteran quarterbacks. They still had Tommy DeVito, which I guess we could say is Brady Cook right now, and then they drafted their guy. Are they adding a veteran quarterback? Should they add a veteran quarterback? Because I got to tell you, Teak, I'm very curious your opinion on this because I'm so mixed. I don't really want another veteran quarterback. I would like a lottery ticket. I'm a big lottery ticket guy. There aren't many tickets out there at this point.
Look, I tend to agree with you, which is why Ty Simpson makes a lot of sense at 16. The only challenge with Ty Simpson, if you draft him at 16, is Geno's going to play most of the season. You brought Geno here to play football and to help you win right now. Ty Simpson's likely not going to get a chance. And then if you do draft Ty Simpson in the first round, aren't you then saying we're not drafting a quarterback in 2027? And
no, I don't think you're saying that, by the way. I don't think you're saying that.
It's just very unprecedented. I'd be hard-pressed to find a team that took a quarterback in the first round and then took another quarterback in the first round the next year. It's just you just don't see it happen. Could it? Of course. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's unlikely. So the only way to fill that quarterback room, to your point, with competency is to go sign someone else or trade for somebody else's backup. And there's just not a lot of free agents that are out there right now that are appealing. Kirk Cousins is who I thought the Jets would go for. Instead, they would go for Geno. But Kirk Cousins isn't coming here as a 37-and-a-half-year-old quarterback to sit behind Geno Smith. It just doesn't make any sense. These are the free agents. Aaron Rodgers is not coming back. You don't want Russell Wilson. Zach Wilson is not going to be here. Tyrod Taylor was already here, and you didn't re-sign him. Joe Flacco is 42 years old. Like there aren't very many options. And so the only way to fill this quarterback room is to probably draft, but not in the first round.
Yeah, but that fits what the Giants did while still adding a veteran, because I think a part of what they did with Winston and Wilson, and I know it's a little bit different because
I don't think you're going to add a veteran.
You don't think so?
Another veteran quarterback.
But you know why you do that, though? You do that to protect the young player from having to play too quick. Like, that was one of my arguments with Sean, because I know he wasn't in favor of the Winston Wilson signing. You were, I was, we understood it, was if you draft a young player and you make him your backup. Now, ultimately, the Giants did anyway, because Jackson Dart was ready, and good for him, by the way. But you protect yourself from not having to play the young quarterback too quickly.
Yeah,
I don't think
he was ready from week one, but whatever.
And
but that's the way it turned out. Yeah. We didn't know that in March. Because we didn't know who they were signing.
No, you're right.
We didn't know who they were drafting.
Right, but that's what I was going to say. I think you have this wrong. I don't think it's about protecting the quarterback at all. I think it's about protecting yourself in the draft from looking desperate in other teams or showing your cards to other teams to trade up. The Giants last year, for how lucky they got, there was no guarantee they were getting Jackson Dart. The Saints could have sat there ahead of them and took Jackson Dart. Somebody could have jumped up, and they were protected
by... And the Saints needed a quarterback.
Exactly. The Giants rolled the dice last year. They got fortunate. It paid off. Because when you're not using your first selection, like the Jets aren't going to do on Ty Simpson, there's no guarantee Ty Simpson is there at 16. Or if he is, there's no guarantee he's there at 33.
I think that's the same. Like, you're right. I think there are layers to why the Giants signed 2 veteran quarterbacks, one of which is that. You're right.
Yeah.
Like, hey, there's no guarantee we draft a quarterback, which clearly is the same thing with the Jets. I also think it served as that purpose of protecting yourself from being Zach Wilson, which the circumstances were different, but the Jets were forced to play Zach Wilson 5 minutes after they basically said, we're not starting the guy.
No, you're right. You're right. That and the Jets should learn from that history.
Think about this.
That is, sign another veteran behind Geno Smith, because if Geno Smith gets hurt, you're now playing Bailey Zappi or Brady Cook.
Or you're playing the guy who's not ready, which is the likelier scenario. So I'll walk you through the Ty Simpson thing. Let's say they draft him in the second round. He doesn't actually get drafted in the first round. And
I think he is, by the way.
I think he is too, but it's still up in the air.
Right.
And at least fits your point of, hey, I'm not going to use a first-round pick on a quarterback. And let's say they get Ty Simpson early in the second round. All right, and they're going to develop him. He's going to sit, no pressure to start. And Geno Smith immediately gets hurt. There's a really good chance that Ty Simpson is going to be forced to play right away when he's not ready.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the appeal of signing a veteran quarterback. And the other reason you sign a veteran quarterback is the 2 guys on their roster, in Bailey Zappi and Brady Cook.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be backups.
Is
They're
Hendon
not
Hooker
good
there
enough.
too?
He is not. He's a free agent.
He is no longer there.
They brought him in late last season, but he's not on the roster. Same thing with Hendon Hooker. Like, no offense to those 3 guys, they're not really NFL backups. They got to prove that they are. So that's the other reason why you look at this list and it is not a good list. You're right, Teague.
At least
And
Bailey
you say,
Zappi has played a little bit. Once he played 18 games? No, 15 games in his career. And he didn't even play last year. So
he's not
he
really
was
a
on a team,
backup.
but he didn't play. He's not really a back. He's not like Jameis Winston was, where as the second backup, you knew that if something happened to Russ, Jameis is a competent starter.
Here are your options. Let's eliminate Kirk Cousins because, like you said, he's not coming here as a backup. He's not competing with Geno Smith. Same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Throw him away. Here are the guys that, in all likelihood, are signing with teams to be a backup. Number 1, Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put it past Russ wanting to come here.
Well,
I would not.
He kind of wants to be here because he likes New York.
Yeah, and Russ and Geno have a relationship because Geno backed up Russ.
Mm-hmm.
So now it'd be the reverse.
Right. That would be weird.
That'd be weird.
That would be very
Everything
odd.
about that would be so weird.
That's not happening.
Zach Wilson is still out there.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor, who I think is, I got to tell you, I think it's the likeliest outcome, is that they just bring Tyrod Taylor back.
Yeah. I mean, Cooper
and say
Rush,
you're the backup.
Cooper Rush is still available.
Cooper Rush is an option.
And he's not horrible.
No, he's not. He's solid. 32 years old. Joe Flacco is still out there. Jimmy G is still out there. Carson Wentz, who the Jets were linked to earlier this offseason because of his connection to Frank Reich, he's still out there if he's going to be a backup.
I think a potential release could be coming for Josh Dobbs in New England, too.
That'd be good. See, Joshua
they just
Dobbs would
paid Tommy DeVito.
Right. To be the backup.
Yeah.
Joshua Dobbs, I wouldn't mind. Like, he actually kind of fits that.
Yeah. The reality is that there's still time. I mean, there's a month before the draft gets here, and now you're really finalizing your roster ahead of, what do they call them? Those, not OTAs, it's whatever it is. Like they do these things right after the draft for the rookies and stuff. That's usually when your roster starts to get solidified.
Yeah.
So there's still time.
Oh, there's plenty of time. And, like, I think they're going to bring in a veteran. I think it's going to be Tyrod Taylor. If I had to guess right now, just looking at who's available and just understanding that, like Bailey Zappi and Brady Cook. I'm like trying to forget his name, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to be the backup for this team. So they have to add somebody, and Sean made a good point. You don't know if you're going to draft a quarterback. If you do, things can change. I don't know if the Jets know if they're going to draft a quarterback. It may be all about the board and more of their evaluations. So I think they will add another veteran, and if I had to guess right now, it's going to be Tyrod Taylor. And that's disappointing because with all due respect to Tyrod Taylor and Geno Smith, both of them are just veterans who are going to be here as placeholders.
Yeah.
And I like to dream of someone resurrecting their career and being the answer. I like to give myself a shot at that, and the Jets didn't.
Look, I feel for the Tyrod Taylor of situation because he had his chance, so to speak, to play and be relevant and important, and he just never could really do it. He never really shine the way that you want him.
And you know what else happened
to be as a backup?
And you know what else happened?
What's that?
They decided to tank.
True. And went back to Justin Fields.
No, they went to Brady Cook.
All right, Brady Cook.
I'm talking about the very end.
Right.
Like, both guys were hurt, so they went to Brady Cook. God knows how hurt either guy really was. And then when Tyrod Taylor was healthy, Aaron Glenn was like, screw it, let's go see Brady Cook. You want to know why? Because they were better off losing. So that's the state of the Jet quarterback room. But I do expect they will add another veteran before we get to training camp. And like you said, we got a lot of time. We got different phases of NFL free agency. We had the big phase, the sexy phase, the lots of move phase, and then you've got the other layers coming too. The Jets and Giants are not done yet with their off seasons. We get back to your phone calls. There's been a lot of discussion around Aaron Judge. You could rewind to the very top of the show. A lot of Yankee fans don't believe in him, and last night just added fuel to the fire. 888-808-1019. Nick is in South Carolina. Hey, Nick.
What's up, Nick?
Hey, guys. Great show.
Appreciate it.
I had a quick comment on a couple quick comments on Aaron Judge. Number one, the first comment he made about the World Series and the WBC, it was a real softball. All he had to do was just say how great the WC crowds were, but then equate it back to how great the Yankee fans are during the playoffs in the World Series. It would have made everybody happy. The Yankee fans that were watching the WBC would have said, that's our boy, and it would have moved on and not been an issue. Number two is inconsistency at the plate when it's clutch time.
Yeah.
Without question, 2017 and 2025 were his good years in the playoffs where he produced. Other than that, though, he has been woefully lacking come playoff time. He's got to improve that stat. He is one of the greatest baseball players we'll ever witness, but this is a real black mark on him. And I'll tell you, if right now the way things are, and I want to ask every Yankee fan out there, especially you guys, today, if it's an elimination game, a very important game, it's the bottom of the ninth at Yankee Stadium. There's a man on first and third, 2 outs. Who would you rather see come up to the plate with the 2 outs?
Go ahead.
Aaron Judge or Paul O'Neill?
Yeah, but that I don't. I thought you were going somewhere else with that because bringing someone up, and I have great respect for Paul O'Neill, but bringing up a guy from 25 years ago to me is irrelevant. What I would have, here's where I thought you were going, so I'll change the question. Same situation. Your season's on the line. Would you rather have Judge up or Giancarlo up? And I think that's, for this Yankee team.
It's Judge.
Is it still?
Yeah.
Despite all of what Giancarlo's done in a big spot?
100%.
Okay.
It's still Judge.
It's still Judge. By the way, I agree with you guys because my adage is he's the better player.
Right.
And I'm going to trust the better player despite how clutch Giancarlo's been in the postseason. Now, he brought up Paul O'Neill, who's a very good player. He's not a Hall of Famer, but was clutch. I guess I'll ask you this, Sean, as a child of the 90s. Well, answer is hypothetical. Biggest spot in the world, your life's on the line. Who would you trust more, Paul O'Neill or Aaron Judge?
I'd trust Paul O'Neill more than Shohei Ohtani in the big spot. So that's a jaded question.
No, I get that. That's why I don't like that question. Because anytime you go back to 25 years ago, especially a guy who had such epic moments, and certainly against me too, like I've got a personal thing to this. That at-bat against Armando Benitez haunts me to my very core.
Right.
Like, if there's one at-bat that I could pick, besides obvious ones like the final strikeout of 06 or a game-winning home run, just like the underrated at-bat, the at-bat that's in the middle of something that haunts you the most, it's that son of a bitch drawing a walk against Armando Benitez. I get it. The thing about Judge, and this is why it's so complicated, is it's not that he isn't ever clutch. It's that he isn't clutch enough consistently. Because the defenders of Aaron Judge will rightfully point to moments he's had in the postseason. And it's true. But the response is it hasn't happened enough. And when you're a great player, it has to happen more. And it hasn't happened more with Aaron Judge. And that's where it's complicated, but you can simplify it. Because, yes, he's had big moments.
Right.
Hasn't happened enough.
Not enough. Well, at least not enough in the postseason.
Well, that's what this is all about.
That's all that matters.
Brandon is in Sparta. What's up, Brandon?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I think the draft lottery just won't work. I mean, think about the teams that are at like 6, 7, or 8 wins in like December. They're gonna purposely start tanking
with a lottery.
Yeah, they will. If they're at like whatever that threshold is, I just don't. I think they're going to try to stay below it. I don't see it working.
Yeah, but
I just don't.
Okay, so if you have odds on it the way you do in the NBA, you're right because there's still a benefit to losing. But if you had flat odds, which is what I would say the NBA should do if they're not going to go creative with a tournament, then there's no purpose to losing. Then there's no benefit. It's not like you're increasing your odds. So if you had flat odds for every NFL team that missed the postseason and they were put into a lottery, there'd be no benefit to losing games.
No, you're right. And that's why it should go back to flat odds for the NBA. Just so you don't, this doesn't become an issue. Now, this NBA draft, you mentioned it earlier, Evan, feels less single, like top heavy, I mean, like uber top heavy.
There's no guarantee who the number one pick is. I mean, Darren Peterson,
right.
I think, has hurt his value because of the way he has sat and that he hasn't played enough.
Yeah.
Plus, Cam Boozer looks awesome, and A.J. DeBonsta of BYU is a stud. Like, there's going to be a debate about who goes number one.
No, you're right. But that makes it almost, I don't want to say easier, but just less urgent to tank because all you got to do is be inside the top 5 or 6, and you're going to get a decent player.
Yeah, but it's actually creating an urgency because you want to be in the bottom 5, and that means losing more to ensure it.
But it's not like you're going to get a Cooper Flag. Like, I know all these guys are highly rated, but they're all 18, 19 years old.
Right.
I don't know if any of these guys are coming in the NBA and immediately becoming stars.
They could all be better than Cooper Flag. It's
I
on the table.
don't know, dude. You knew Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag was like Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but
like you knew he was going to be great once he got to the NBA.
I think a part of Cooper Flag's hype was that it was a one-person draft, despite Knipple having a great year that he has.
But he's lived up to it. But he lived up to it.
I agree, but all these guys may too. Like, I don't know where Cooper Flag would be ranked in this draft class. He may be second or third.
Look, I don't follow college basketball much anymore. When I was doing national, I did. I pay attention to what UVA is doing only because Ryan Odom's done a fantastic job in his first year there. But I don't really pay attention. Last year, it was the same. But I knew about Cooper Flag.
But I think a part of that is the nature of a one-person draft. I think the fact that there are...
I think it was Cooper Flag was a great player.
No, he was. And I'm not dismissing
and you knew it from when he was in high school. You knew it when he went to Duke. You just knew it.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these guys fit that same bill.
Oh, I think they do, but here's where you may be right, because I honestly don't know the answer. I would ask a draft expert. If Cooper Flag was in this draft, where would he be ranked?
I think what you're missing what I'm saying. I didn't pay attention last year to college basketball until the tournament. You start doing the betting and whatever, the brackets. I didn't pay attention this year. I didn't hear about these guys. I didn't hear about Darren Peterson. I didn't hear about A.J. DeBonsta. Maybe Cameron Boozer only because his dad was in school when I was in school. So like I kind of it was familiar to me. I didn't pay attention last year or this year, but I heard about Cooper Flag.
And here's what's funny. And maybe it's because of my rooting interest. I've heard all about these guys all year. So maybe it's about what you want to pay attention to.
Well, you're on a tank team. That's why. Because you're on the Nets and you care about the draft pick.
I understand. And I'm told that these guys is going to be great.
I have no idea. You're closer to it than I think most people are.
Yes.
As a I don't have a dog in the fight about where any of these kids get drafted. I didn't this year. I didn't last year. Last year, all I heard about was Cooper Flag.
No, and I understand that. I'm just saying, and I don't know. I'd have to ask a draft expert. If the reason you heard about him was because it was a one-man draft, or is it because he's a better prospect than the 4 guys I talked about? I
would think it's because he was a better prospect.
Yeah. Also, the same applied for the Victor Wembanyama draft, too.
Yes, that's
all
right.
We heard about
That's
all year.
all you heard about.
In fairness,
you didn't have to pay attention, and I don't care about college basketball. You heard about Victor Wembanyama.
But, okay, so here's where that's different. That guy's a freak. That guy is like the definition of generational. I think Cooper Flag has a chance to be very good. He's having a very good year. By the way, he may not be rookie of the year because Knipple's been having a great year too.
Right.
I think Wembanyama was a completely different world when it comes to the hype. All I know is that this is a deeper draft, which allows teams to want to tank not to win the lottery, but to be in the bottom 4. And I'll tell you something interesting, and maybe this is my attitude as a fan. I actually don't want to win the lottery. That's not what I'm going for. I want number 2. I want someone else making the decision.
Why?
Because I don't know who I'd pick between Boozer, Peterson, and DeBonta.
Okay.
You're not the GM.
Then that's my point.
Let someone else make the decision.
Evan, that's my point.
What?
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter who you take.
Well, it matters because they'll be a player or they won't be a player. I'm saying I don't know.
But who's the player?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
No, because they're all so good. Not because they're all so bad.
I think they're all.
This isn't the Michael Olowokandi draft. This is apparently like a loaded draft. Hence why it's like, just get me in the bottom 4. I'll be good. You give me Caleb Wilson, cool, let's go. You give me Darren Peterson, hopefully he plays more than 15 times. Let's go. That's the nature of it. And honestly, I think that's why I'm excited for the tournament. I want to watch these guys. I'm going to do my scouting. And I want you to scout because I want you to actually back up what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going to watch A.J. DeBonsta and be like, bro, dude, I never saw this kid play. This guy's a stud. Or Darius Acuff. He's the guy busting up the list from Arkansas.
Right.
That's who I'm actually very intrigued by. Keep an eye on him.
Okay.
That's how I watch the tournament, Teak. It's not about brackets.
Right.
It's about scouting.
Mm-hmm. But I knew that everybody knew that Cooper Flagg was going to be a star in the NBA. Everybody.
All right.
I don't think you can say that about any of these kids.
Right. I disagree. I'm going to give you the last word, all right? Because you're going to become Sean and me.
No, he's not allowed to have the last word.
You're going to confidently tell me that which of these kids is a immediate all-star in the NBA.
No, I'm saying I don't know. You're saying you know. That's the difference.
No, I'm saying I knew with Cooper Flagg. And I don't know with any of these kids.
I got you. We disagree.
That's all I'm saying.
Tiki, you in the last word. It's enough.
I gave you the last word. I'm not fighting anymore. I have no idea. All I know is that if, let's say, it doesn't even matter who it is. If one of the guys ends up on my basketball team and that guy becomes better than Cooper Flagg, Tiki will never hear the end of it.
Nate Arnett. That's who you're getting.
Oh, that means we're picking like 7 or 8, though.
That's fine.
And he's like
Sounds right.
He's like a 7-footer, right?
That's right.
That doesn't do it for me.
Immediate all-star there.
Do you know this, or are you just speculating?
I'm just telling you.
Oh. I think, like, in my vision, I want a point guard.
Completely speculating.
Oh, okay.
No freaking idea.
I thought he was scouting
No
for me.
idea.
Oh, my God, I almost fell. I'm stretching a lot.
Right. I just know that they're potentially going to play Virginia.
Oh, that's what this is about.
Tennessee.
All right, fair enough. We'll get back to your calls in a second. Sean's got a Cinco de Luncho at 888-808-1019. And we'll get you set for what's a very interesting day at Yankee camp, a very important day at Yankee camp. More on that coming up in a few. It's March, which means it's time for the biggest basketball tournament. Check out Flag and Anthem's new college game day shop with all the gear you love, now with your favorite school's logo. St. John's, Arizona, and UConn, to name a few. Plus, plenty more top 25 basketball teams. And don't miss Flag and Anthem's latest spring drop with Wear Now hero shirts, hoodies, quarter zips, and jeans to update your closet to whatever the weather's doing. Is it spring? Is it winter? Flag and Anthem has you covered. Visit flagandanthem.com and refresh your closet. Flag and Anthem, premium clothes without the premium price tag.
It's time for the Drive Around the League with Tiki Barber. This Drive Around the League is sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, most of them coming during free agency when some of the best available players are changing teams and bringing new levels of hope to their new squads. Mike Evans leaving the Bucs, heading to San Francisco, or Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker Jr. heading to Kansas City after winning it all with the Seahawks. But the Denver Broncos, despite getting very close to the Super Bowl, losing to the Patriots in that snow game without their starting quarterback, were particularly quiet this entire offseason, only making some small moves for signing their own free agents. That was until they pulled off the blockbuster of the year for them, trading for Jalen Waddle from the Miami Dolphins. This is a win-now move, and one that speaks to the urgency that the Broncos must have felt after not signing anyone from outside the building all offseason. The Drive Around the League was sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by Amazon Hub Delivery. Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. It's also sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. March matchups are here, and now you could trade the tournament in all 50 states on Kalshi. Trade game outcomes, spreads, and more on top seeds and potential Cinderella stories. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi, trade on anything. And look out for the $1 billion Kalshi Perfect Bracket Challenge. You'll get $1 billion if you hit a perfect bracket. $1 million guaranteed, though, to the top scoring bracket. See the full rules and submit your bracket over at Kalshi.com.
Hey, New York business owners, it's Tiki Barber. Are you looking to earn extra money? Of course you are. When your business partners with Amazon Hub Delivery, you simply drop off packages to Amazon customers in your neighborhood. Sign up at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on zero down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Sun is in
Declaration of Deal sales event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign, $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
Right now, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account. For the tournament, all you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, and even same-game parlays. But don't wait, these bonus bets are only available for a limited time. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York to learn more. That's FanDuel.com/New York to opt in to claim your bonus for the tournament. We all love the app around here, and it's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook has all the betting markets you want for the tournament and for all sports. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN.
21 plus and physically present in New York. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Spring Sale and get 35% off paints and stains March 13th through the 23rd. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business?
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more, so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Baseball is back. Opening night is one exclusive game, and it's live on Netflix. On Wednesday, March 25th, the New York Yankees, led by 7-time All-Star Aaron Judge, head to the Bay Area to face Rafael Devers and the San Francisco Giants. A brand new way to watch Major League Baseball, and it all starts here. MLB opening night, Yankees vs. Giants, live on Netflix, Wednesday, March 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a Best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
At Mercedes-Benz of Edison, you'll find they're more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. From your first Mercedes-Benz to everyone after that, their goal is simple: to have you as a client for a lifetime. Because at Mercedes-Benz of Edison, customers don't just drive away, they become family for life. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Find your dream car at RayCatinaEdison.com.
Looking for the perfect wedding band or ready to add something new to your collection? The London Jewelers annual wedding band event is happening March 26th through the 29th. For 4 days only, receive 20% off all wedding bands, including the beautifully crafted 2 by London collection, offering timeless styles for every style and budget. Schedule your appointment at londonjewelers.com and visit any one of their 6 locations: the Americana Manhasset, Wheatley Plaza, Glen Cove, East Hampton, Southampton, or the mall at Short Hills. Brand exclusions may apply. London Jewelers, celebrating 100 years of love.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Inc. card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for New York businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
If you've missed any of the show, you could simply rewind it on the Odyssey app. We'll get to some Jet calls in a few minutes because we were talking before about how they should and will fill out their quarterback room. We've talked a lot of baseball, obviously, with Venezuela knocking off the United States in the WBC final last night. More on that a little bit later on as well. And your calls, 888-808-1019. But I don't know about you. I didn't eat much breakfast, which means I am hungry.
Sean Moraes in the booth, somebody hide the queso. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
All right, let's go. On a Wednesday here, Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. So we were all caught up in the moment last night, the World Baseball Classic. You almost forgot there was a first 4 going on in Dayton for the NCAA tournament.
There was?
Exactly. That's it. You give the World Baseball Classic credit because it buries something like that. But I am here to give you, ultimately, when the dust clears, we move on with a baseball season, weeks, months down the line, the 5 things we will remember about this WBC.
All right,
here we go.
Here we go! Number 5.
I think Tariq Skubal leaving. I think that above all these other players, Skubal pitching the one game and leaving because of his impending free agency, I think we will remember that was priority for him.
The ultimate question for Met fans and Yankee fans is it will affect the way you view him in free agency.
Yeah. In a positive way.
Oh, in a positive way.
He cares about the team.
Yeah, I get that, and I understand that. He came across very wishy-washy. He came across very, like he didn't want to actually do what he wanted to do. Like he was being led around. What do you mean by that? Like somebody else was telling him what's going on? Yeah, and just the...
Nah, you know why?
But he's also young, so...
He's young. He's impressionable. And I think if you just come out and say, like, I'm focused on my career and making money, people will go, oh, you don't care about your country? And I think he was worried about that.
I know, but every baseball player, as long as they get insurance, has a right to play in the WBC, and teams can't tell you otherwise. And yet Tariq Skubal was the one who was either afraid of the Tigers or really afraid of Scott Boras. And that's just... I don't know. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to sign him. He's still the number one guy I'd want to sign, but it feels like a character flaw.
Yeah, or he just didn't want to be Edwin Diaz in this tournament.
Come on.
I mean, is that not a worry?
Do you think guys think about that? Celebrating?
How could you
or
not?
Not even to celebration. The celebration is what it is, but just getting hurt.
I have no problem with him not wanting to participate. Like, that's okay. Some guys don't participate. Max Fried didn't participate. No one is saying a word about him.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem with his public wishy-washiness. Like, dude, either play or don't play. Shut up.
Right.
Like, we don't need this.
He
We don't
did
need the
play.
song and dance.
He did play.
He
He just
played.
wasn't available twice.
No, but then he said he wasn't. Then he's like, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I got a lot to think about. Like, it was a public display.
Yeah.
We just don't need that. Either play or don't play. Shut up.
I guess you proved the point. We're still talking about it. So here we go.
Number 4.
I think the number 4 thing, because his name is going to come up eventually in cycles, is Mark DeRosa not knowing the rules. I think that we will remember Mark DeRosa for that.
I was leaning towards that being number 1.
I'm surprised that's not a little bit higher. Because it's kind of what you think about.
Yeah.
And if he's ever mentioned for a Met or Yankee job, a lot of people, myself included, I think Tiki's on board now too, would say, nah, I don't want him. I remember what happened in the WBC.
Number 3.
The number 3 thing we'll remember even after the dust clears is that Venezuela won, because they haven't won before. They're not traditional. I think that Venezuela winning, you'll remember.
Has there been a repeat?
No.
Japan.
But did they repeat?
Yes, they won the first 2, 2006 and 2009. Then it was the DR. Then it was the United States.
And then
it
Japan
was
again.
Japan. And now it's Venezuela.
So Japan has been the only repeat winner.
They're the only one that's won more than once.
Yeah.
They've won 3 times. U.S. won, DR won, Venezuela won.
Did you notice last night, too, how they, put out banners?
Yes.
They were, wrinkly. It just looked weird.
I can't,
What do you mean? Like the championship banner?
They were hanging in the stadium last night, Lone Depot Park. I
didn't notice that.
I got a very weird opinion that I got to tell you. Because you guys are going to hate me for it, but I really feel this way. So when I saw those banners hanging, all right, the 2006 banner, the 9 banner, I think every MLB stadium should be forced to hang them.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I think we should honor this event.
Oh, stop it.
All
right, whatever.
We're moving on.
He's competing for what do we call
Are
the
you
worst
kidding
take?
me?
Are you kidding me?
That's not a terrible take.
That is
Why?
a terrible take.
It's awful, Evan.
That is terrible.
Awful. You can't ask the New York Yankees, with all their championships, to hang a Japan or Dominican Republic championship
We're
banner?
honoring the champions of this world event.
Hang him in Cooperstown. How about that?
Number 2.
Number 2. I think the number 2 thing you'll remember is that Italy made a run. They were kind of like the fun story, and I think Italy kind of put themselves on the map baseball-wise, even if nobody's from Italy.
I think we'll remember it because we referred to them so often as America 2.0.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Italian Americans went on a great run.
And
Number 1.
the number 1 thing we will likely remember about this WBC in the weeks and months to come is nothing. If we're being honest, it's nothing.
That's a great...
Because it's true. We
That
lived
is a
in the
fantastic number 1.
Doesn't mean the tournament wasn't fun. It doesn't mean we didn't get enthralled in it. But the truth is, the show goes on, and Major League Baseball happens, and we have postseasons and everything else. And when you look back, because this isn't every year, we're going to get back and we're going to do a refresher. And the number 1 thing we're going to remember is, I kind of don't remember anything.
If you look at every WBC, I think there's a level of truth to that. Like, I was at the one in 06. I can't tell you anything about it. 2009, I know who won.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything specific. I guess David Wright's big hit was in 2013, or maybe it was 2009. But I don't know. I think it was 09, actually.
And you know how you could tell you don't remember anything? Because that was everywhere as Met fans were trying to get back at the Yankees, the real Captain America.
Yeah.
They didn't even make the championship with David Wright for that hit.
I think the only one that's memorable is Shohei Ohtani striking out Mike Trout.
That's what I was leading to, that the only memorable thing in WBC history that has stood the test of time is Ohtani versus Trout.
And that was because it went so viral because they were teammates.
It was their teammates, 2 all-time great players. I just think U.S., Japan.
Two MVPs.
But, dude, to be honest with you, remember, you guys had to remind me who he struck out. Like, even there, and I don't think I'm alone in that.
The Mike Trout one?
Yes.
Come on. Sean,
I'm not telling you I'm in the majority, but I am certainly not like the only one who had to be reminded of that.
Yeah, I can't get in everybody's head, but clearly, and I'm with you, Teak, I think that's the moment of the WBC that is stuck with everybody, or at least most people. It's a great question, though. What about this one? Like, is there anything...
Who struck out to end it?
I got to look it up now on my scorecard, and I watched the game last night. That's
Bryce
how much I remember.
Terang?
Hold on. No, it was Roman Anthony.
Right, Roman Anthony.
I don't even remember.
Right. That was yesterday.
Like, the only thing that could be memorable is the Bryce Harper home run, but we lost.
Yeah, but it got erased immediately.
I agree. It's one of those moments that were great, that could have been great, and then got erased. So you're right. I don't think there is a Ohtani versus Trout moment in this World Baseball Classic.
No, there isn't.
We'll get to the return of Garrett Cole in just a few short minutes, but let me get to some Jet calls. We were talking about their quarterback room before, 888-808-1019. Drew is in Kings Park. Hey, Drew.
Hey, Evan, how's it going?
Good.
I actually want to pick your brain a little bit on a quarterback that we need for the Jets. Lifelong Jet fan.
Uh-oh.
Every year I'm like, I got to find a new team. I got to find a new team. When does it end? Ever since we missed out on Trevor Lawrence when we won the game that we should have lost against Oakland.
All right.
That's when it all went down. Anyways, so we need a quarterback that's going to move his feet, right? That doesn't sit in the pocket like a lot of these rookie quarterbacks do.
Yeah.
Somebody that can bomb the ball 70 yards. So let me just paint that picture for you. Right. And I want you to look up the highlights of Taylor Green out of Arkansas.
Oh, he's in the draft. Yeah.
He is a bad SOB. We really need him on this team, and I think he could be the guy that we're looking for the next 10, 15 years. I really think so. Ty Simpson, he's just too popular. I think we have our quarterback in Taylor Green in the third round.
Yeah, because he's going to be.
He runs a 4.36.
Yeah, honestly, I hadn't heard about him until the combine.
He's a super athlete, and he's big. He's like 6'6", but he doesn't rate high, and so that doesn't mean he can't be a good quarterback in the NFL. But it's a development project.
He's an absolute project, and there's nothing wrong with necessarily taking a quarterback project, but he really jumped off the board because of what he did in the combine.
Yeah,
and that also worries me. Like, is that why you want to fall in love with a quarterback? Simply because of the combine?
No.
Like the combine warriors?
Not particularly.
So I didn't see enough of him in school, and to be honest with you, the first I heard of him was at the combine. But yeah, apparently he did an interview recently in which he talked about how, I guess it was schools tried to move him to wide receiver, and it really pissed him off. And he thought there was a racial component to it.
Not anymore.
I'm just saying, this is what he said. Quote, "I'm not trying to make this whole thing a race thing, but I feel like they definitely see my color and they think I'm going to run or I'm just a runner and can't really throw or process things." RG3, because he was talking to RG3. "I'm pretty sure you've been through that at this process too. I'm just trying to beat that stigma and just put everybody on notice."
RG3 was 14 years ago.
Yeah. Well, he's just saying that's how he felt.
Yeah. I don't think that's the case anymore. I mean, look at all the black quarterbacks that are in the league.
I think he was probably just more offended that someone would say you're a wide receiver when he's like, dude, I can QB. And he's got to go prove that.
I mean, he completed 60% of his passes in college football. That's not good. I'm just telling you.
But he's a project.
That's exactly. He's a fantastic athlete. He's got unbelievable potential, but he is a project.
By the way, that's in a lot of ways probably the quarterback they should draft in that. It's what you said. It's what you said about not pressuring yourself to play a first-round pick.
Here's my problem with guys like this, is that they have potential, but when is he getting that worked on? Like, unless this comes individually, or I don't know, there's somebody who just really takes him under his wing. How are you getting better on an NFL level at practice?
I mean, ask all the other projects that are drafted. Doesn't it happen with a lot of kids that are drafted in that regard? Joe Milton? How's he getting better? Maybe the answer is no. He hasn't.
He hasn't.
I know, you're right.
He hasn't. He regressed from when he was in New England to when he was in Dallas. So you just don't play. You don't get enough reps. So you're taking mental reps over and over and over again, and now you're like begging guys, "Hey, can you come out and run routes with me?" And the wide receiver's like, "No, dude, I got going home, man. I don't want to play video games or something." Like, it's hard to develop quarterbacks, even though it sounds good to say that.
Chris in Bayshore. Chris.
Yeah, hey, guys. Good show. Good talk about the WBC and the Jets. I just got a Jet point. I agree with you 100%, Evan. I think the Jets need to bring in another, proven body in terms of a veteran. I think somebody on a par with Geno might work best, even though, if he goes in thinking he's the guy, a little competition's not bad for any professional athlete.
Chris, I would love a competition. In fact, I would suggest a competition. But Geno Smith has already basically said that they told him he's the starter.
And he's going to be the starter.
And he's going to be. So I remember very briefly when they signed Geno Smith, you even said, they should bring in Kyler Murray, have a competition. And I was like, that would be great.
Right.
But clearly they're not going to do that, nor was Kyler ever going to do that.
Yeah, because we heard what Geno said, and then Kyler obviously wants to go play.
Yeah.
And I think Kyler, as much as what did he sign a couple days later? Whatever it was.
Days later.
Whatever it was, you knew that he was just waiting to go to one place.
He was going to Minnesota.
Yeah. And it was just a matter of getting all the T's crossed and the I's dotted before he was going to Minnesota. That's it.
We knew going into free agency, if Minnesota wants you, the quarterback's going to say yes.
Yes.
Because they were so far and away the best situation.
Right coach, tons of talent.
No doubt. Before we get back to your calls, I do want to give you a little programming update. Coming up in the next 5 to 8 minutes or so, on the AM side, you're going to get the Yankee game. The Yankees are playing a spring training game against the Boston Red Sox. You're going to hear the game right here on the Fan with Dave Sims and Susan Waldman. So that's coming up in the next 10 minutes or so. You'll hear that flip on the AM side. If you want to listen to it, enjoy it. It's baseball. We're a week away. If you want to stick with us, free Odyssey app. If you're already on it, shouldn't be affected. And we'll stay on the FM side. If you do go to the AM side, I let you know that Garrett Cole is pitching. And there is something very exciting about that because Garrett Cole has not pitched in well over a year. Remember, he had the Tommy John surgery last year right around this time.
Yep.
And so clearly there is progress. The fact he's getting on a mound, the fact that he's pitching in a real spring training game, the fact that you can hear it and you can see it, it's like, holy crap, Garrett Cole's on his way back. Now, obviously, there are no false illusions. He is not going to be in the rotation to start the season. And the timetable that had been given was sometime in May or June. That's what the Yankees have told us. But knowing he's pitching today.
Yeah, but why is he pitching today?
Because he's ready.
If he's not coming back till May.
Well, because think about this.
That's 2 months from now.
You got to build up. And you also want to take it easy with a guy off Tommy John. So
Right.
instead of making his next start in 5 days.
Has he not been pitching at all?
He's been doing, I think, bullpen sessions.
And
has been
live
part
BP.
Of, yeah.
So live BP, but not anything that's getting him close to starting stretching out.
No, but this is a game.
Yeah.
And while it's only an inning, it's just a long process to work him back up. Which, of course, leads me to this question, Tiki Barber. As we stand here on March 18th, on the precipice of Garrett Cole making his first start of spring training, what date will Garrett Cole make his first start of 2026 and his return to the New York Yankees?
May 24th.
May 24th is a Sunday afternoon at Yankee Stadium against the Tampa Bay Rays.
That's my daughter's birthday.
There you go. Is that why you picked it?
My twins' birthdays, yes.
Right. Happy birthday to them.
It's like months, a couple months from now.
I know, but you brought up the date.
Okay, and May 24th, you could say happy birthday to Ella and Riley.
Sorry, I'll wait a few months. So Tiki's going with Memorial Day Sunday for Garrett Cole's return to toe the rubber.
Yes. By the way, it's my son's birthday today.
Oh, well, that's a more...
Happy birthday, Jason.
Happy birthday, Jason. That's a happy birthday I can give.
Right.
All right, Sean, your official prediction. Garrett Cole's first start for the New York Yankees in 2026 will be?
It will be 2 months from today, May 18th at home versus Toronto.
May 18th. So you're going a week earlier than Tiki Barber. I am going to go with Thursday afternoon, June 4th, against the Cleveland Guardians.
So not too far off.
Yeah, I think
we're all in the same area.
We're in the same area. I mean, I'm going to be a jerk and say he's not pitching this season?
Yeah, no.
I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be that guy. I think if Tommy was still here, he'd say that.
No biggie.
Never.
He
His answer would be never.
Never.
No biggie.
You'll never see him again.
No biggie.
Yeah, so I'm going with June 4th against the Guardians. 1:35 first pitch. I wonder if we should do the show live from Yankee Stadium that day.
If he's pitching, we should.
You think we should?
Hell yeah.
All right. We're just putting that declaration out there.
Why not?
Yes. I think we're going to be out there for opening day, which
So
is
we
very
are.
exciting.
I mean, we might as well.
Might as well. Yankee radio station, baby.
At least
Yankee
we won't
baseball.
be there till 9:30 at night. I'm not scarred or anything.
No, that doesn't affect T. Will you stay for the game?
Yes, it's a day game, dude.
What if it's 47 degrees?
I'm a football player. I'm a man.
Oh, damn right.
Be a man.
All right, so I'm going to make sure. So it's Friday against the Marlins, by the way, which is, I can't get over this interleague play opening day thing. You guys are opening in San Francisco against the Giants?
Yeah.
A rematch of the 1951 World Series? I mean, what are we doing?
It's the second time in 3 years the Giants have opened with the Yankees.
Is that right?
Yeah, they opened at home versus the Giants 2 years ago.
You know what I'll never forget about that? That was the year that we thought Judge was leaving to go to the Giants. And so it was on the table that Judge was going to begin his Giant career at Yankee Stadium.
I think we were there, weren't we? Weren't me and BT there? Because
BT probably were. That was Volpe's first game.
And it was the issue with Cashman telling everybody.
No, that's the year before.
That was the year before?
That was the year before.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Because I remember that. It was weird.
Yes.
It was like, dude, Brian Cashman just told everybody what Aaron Judge turned down.
That's right.
And he was pissed off about it.
Of course he was. Meanwhile, Aaron Judge could look at his contract now and say, what the hell was I doing?
Right.
How did I should have held out for more. All right, very quick break. We'll come back with your calls, 888-808-1019, and the forgettable moment from last night and where it ranks with other forgettable moments in sports history. What did I say?
Forgettable.
Forgettable and forgettable?
Forgettable. And real quickly,
That's what I said.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, Precision Cooking, Effortless Results, ChefIQ.com. Coming up momentarily on the AM dial, the Yankees will play the Red Sox. We just talked about it. Garrett Cole making his spring debut, continues to get ready to return after missing all last season with Tommy John surgery. And yesterday, the Giants, in their quest to bring back Bus, signed Josh Azudu back as another person in the guard room. Great.
Bust, like Hall of Famers?
No, that's far from it, Tiki.
Oh, you mean bust?
Yes, bust. See, so the early recipe in the John Harbaugh thing is anybody who was successful here, go sign elsewhere. Anybody who sucked here, please come back.
Or if they stay and they become good, how good of a coach am I?
Good point. Sign elsewhere for a comp pick.
And when they get cut, none of us will notice.
I like your thinking. That's more positive and sane.
I'm just telling you that's what's going to happen.
I just got cracked up, and he corrected himself, but Ray Martell, who does a great job around here, just texted me, hey, do you know that Garrett Cole's pitching an inning today? And I'm like, are you listening to this segment? That's what it was all about. And then he responded, I apologize. I heard you mention it earlier. Now, I'm sorry. I didn't hear it. So that cracked me up. By the way, we're coming right back. More Evan and Tiki as we take you till 2 o'clock. Yankees on the AM side.
If new windows and doors have been on your list, don't wait. Windorama is offering up to 40% off your insulation project when you purchase and install with them. We're talking major savings, top quality brands, and expert installation all at once. Upgrade your home and take advantage of savings. Visit Windorama.com or stop by one of their showrooms today. Windorama, your window and door specialist since 1977.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The World Baseball Classic doesn't mean as much to the United States of America as it does to other countries. And that has never been more evident as it was in the 9th inning of the U.S.'s loss in the championship game to Venezuela when closer Mason Miller didn't pitch in the game because the United States wanted to honor the San Diego Padres' request to only have Miller pitch with the lead. Could you imagine Venezuela doing that? I mean, what a joke for Team USA. I'm Nick Costos.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Febreze. New Febreze Air Mist has 50% more odor fighters and up to 30% more fragrance than the old formula. So now you can take on 100% more stinky odors, like sweaty gym bags, greasy cooking smells, and the after effects of the dog rolling around in something. Just spray, and new Febreze Air instantly restores just clean freshness. Smell you later, odor.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la. There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Do you know what the scariest sound to hear in a factory floor is? Silence. That means something somewhere broke. Production has stopped, and now you're paying your workers to wait while the team troubleshoots and tries to fix the problem. Finally, there's a proactive way to reduce equipment downtime. Thanks to MaintainX. MaintainX is the asset management system that brings your maintenance downtime to zero. MaintainX lets you build preventative maintenance schedules, manage work orders in real time, and access the data you need to make better decisions. Downtime equals death in the production world, so make unplanned downtime a thing of the past. Try MaintainX for free. Control the daily operations of your business and transform your maintenance program by going to maintainx.com. That's maintain in the letter X.com.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, you'll be feeling March magic when you win your share of $50,000 cash during our Rainbow Riches drawing. Be here every Wednesday in March from 2 to 7 p.m. Each hour, one lucky guest is drawn to win up to $5,000 cash. Earn entry starting at 12:30 p.m. Come chase the rainbow every Wednesday in March, where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy, delicious hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions. Participation at times may vary. Limited time offer. Cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I've talked about how a construction accident took my father's leg. The heavy prosthetic he wore looked nothing like the high-tech limbs we have today. It was crude wood and metal, held together by bolts that dug into his skin and left painful ulcers. But the thing I remember about my dad is how he never complained. He put on his prosthetic leg and he went to work. He coached my baseball teams, danced, sang karaoke, and even loved to travel. He may have limped, but he always held his head up high and he lived with dignity. At D'Agostino & Associates, I spent over 35 years building a law firm that helps accident victims and those in need of their Social Security disability benefits. We fight till our clients get the money and dignity they deserve. So call us today at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. So don't tell me personal injuries aren't personal. I know what they can cost a family. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law. Bite back.
Together, let's drive at Paramus Chevrolet. For just $357 a month and $2074 due at delivery, lease a brand new Silverado 1500 double cab LT with 4-wheel drive for 36 months. Buying, enjoy 0.0% APR financing for well-qualified buyers. Visit ParamusChevrolet.com today.
Carpal tunnel syndrome. Heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer.
WFAN WFAN FM HD1 New York, an Odyssey sports station.
Yo! How we doing? Evan and Tiki here on the Fan. We are here with you on this fine Wednesday afternoon till 2 o'clock.
Can I say something real quick?
Of course. Psych! What happened?
Gotcha. You thought we were on the AM side.
Oh, that's right. And there we go. So apparently we have the Yankees on AM as we talked about.
That was
and
just a
we're-
preview, and if you want to go over there.
Yeah, we're on the FM side, so there was confusion if the FM had also flipped to the Yankee side. And Sean, who is still new to running a board, was very confused, and he's panicking. He's actually panicking right now. If I can turn the mic
confused.
on. Yeah, but Sean is angry. He is banging his arm against the ground. He's very, very upset.
On YouTube, you can see this.
That's true. You can. But the guy I got to give credit to, because during this confusion in which I expressed, hey, Sean may not know what to do. We got to make sure that the Yankees are on AM and we're on FM. The guy, and I am so impressed by this for a myriad of reasons, the guy who very calmly said, I know what to do, I got this, was actually Chris McMonagle, Big Mac.
Big Mac.
And I'll tell you why this is so impressive. Suck it! If I asked Tommy Lugauer to do something on a board right now, his answer would be, I don't do that anymore. I do nights at WFAN. Do not bother me. Here's Big Mac in Afternoon Drive who said, I don't care that I'm a big shot now.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Let me show you how I do.
Welcome to hell.
And that is an MVP because he didn't miss it. This dude hasn't run a board in 3 years. And by the way, Big Mac was horrible at it. He was voted the worst runner of a board in the history of WFAN. True story. Yeah, he was bad at it.
What?
Really bad. Yeah. He'll tell you. Awful. And yet, he still had the knowledge to say, I got you guys.
So Big Mac has a job for life now. You know why? Because in the NFL, they say the more you can do.
The more you can do. Suck it. So good news, Big Mac. What Tiki's trying to tell you is if it doesn't work out with Craig, you can run our board. That's not nice. Nah, that's a great talent and a great clutch move. Sean Morash had a freak out over the last 5 minutes. Let's get a live update on Sean. How you feeling?
Fine. Let's move on.
Well, I've got clips to play, so I just want to make sure you're in the right mental space.
All right,
Take a deep breath.
What are we playing?
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Are
It's
you
like,
okay?
it's like you're running a half marathon right now. Your heart rate's like 178.
Are you okay?
No, yours is probably like
I'm fine.
212.
I just I thought I had everything cleared up, and I didn't, and now we're fine.
Okay, we're on the radio. It's all good.
Hence why I want to move on.
And the Yankees are on the AM side.
Hence why I want to move on.
Do you know that you had a public freak out 2 minutes ago that you two probably saw?
Okay, I'm not worried about YouTube. I'm worried about the product on the
Sean,
radio right now.
do you think that I let fumbles distract me for the rest of my game?
That's good.
Or the rest of my season or the rest of my career?
Tiki, I'm going to
You know what they say? That's why you know what happens.
You're right. But
and then you just keep going forward.
This is where I'll admit you're more of a man and human being than I'll ever be.
You get back up and you say, give me the rock.
Yeah.
That's right. You know
And then
what?
you
Give me the
rush for
rock.
2 bills.
Give me
That's
the rock,
right.
Evan.
Be a man.
Let's overplay sound. What do you want?
Oh, one other thing. Look at that. See, he's very mean now. The other thing is, because I want to do a Tiki comp too, when I make a mistake in my scorebook and I have to take the whiteout out, do you think I let that affect the rest of the game I'm scoring?
No, you do not. By the
I
way,
do
have you
not.
used the scorebook that I bought you?
Yeah. Well, no, on opening day.
No, you earned it. You earned it.
Yeah, for
I didn't
some
buy it for
reason-
you. I forgot what the bet we
Yeah, there
made
was some bet where you bought me my scorebook.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, So
And Tracy was like, why the hell do we have this scorebook?
She was worried.
Coming from Amazon. I was like, well, you see what had happened was.
Yeah, I have no idea what the bet was, but you did buy me the Bob Carpenter scorebook. And the way it works, Teak, is on opening, it's a season book.
Yeah.
So when the season begins, it actually will begin Wednesday, because this is one of the controversies with my book. I include the Yankees in my book scorebook. I do Yankee games, Met games, and even non-local games if I choose to score a game. I have been told I should just exclusively do the Mets and maybe put the Yankees in another book, but I have fought against that. So the first game I score in the Tiki Barber scorebook is a week from tonight.
Let's go.
When the New York Yankees take on the San Francisco Giants.
And we'll be there.
Will we?
Maybe.
It's in California. They're not going to be there.
I mean, we'll be on air.
By the way, there's a reason I archive the Cinco de Luncho, because sometimes it actually comes into help. So 2 months ago on January 19th, Sean, do you remember what your Cinco de Luncho was?
I have no idea.
No idea?
No.
On January 19th, so 2 months ago, Sean made a great list of 5 of the most forgotten plays because the team ended up losing. And it was all because of the Caleb Williams touchdown pass he threw in the Chicago Bear playoff game.
He threw a touchdown pass in that game?
Yes. Didn't he? Did he play?
What happened in that game?
I don't remember. That's the point. So here's how Sean phrased it 2 months ago. This was the title of his Cinco de Luncho.
After yesterday's unbelievable fourth down play by Caleb Williams to Cole Kmet, the 5 most amazing plays for losers in big games.
And
I remember it.
And the reason I thought about that was Bryce Harper. Like, Bryce Harper hit this epic home run last night that gets forgotten about because an inning later, they lost.
Do you think, Evan, because we talked about this briefly earlier in the show, you can rewind on the Odyssey app if you really care about that moment. He threw his bat. Mm-hmm. Do you think it would have been more memorable if his bat had actually hit in Pete Carroll's
Of course it would. And it maimed him?
It just gave him like a lump. Like, he's still fine. Didn't really get concussion. Could still play. Just has a lump, like a welt on the side of his head.
Yeah. Oh, yes,
do you think it would be more memorable, I don't know, 2 years from now?
Yes.
I think so, too.
Especially if he ever missed a game or two for Chicago. I mean, Edwin Diaz missed an entire season celebrating. Like, if Pete Carroll Armstrong missed a few games because Bryce threw was bad at him, absolutely. But I thought of that last night because when Bryce hit the home run, it was only a tie game. And I didn't remember when you did the Cinco, Sean. I don't know if it popped into your mind. But I always love those debates, like the forgotten moments in losses. And I actually don't remember your list. So we added it very quick to hear who was on that list. I'm curious if we would change anything based on time and based on even this Bryce Harper play.
Right. I remember the one play in the Seahawks Super Bowl, which was the catch.
Yes.
I forgot who the catch was, too.
Jermaine
Kearse. And it was on
Malcolm Butler.
And then, of course, Malcolm Butler erased
it there. And then he erased it immediately.
That may have been number one. I forgot. Let me hear it. Number 5 real quick.
Valerie Zelapukin scoring with 7 seconds left to force the overtime to begin with, and then the Devils don't win and capitalize on that.
That's the Mato game. Yep. That could be number 1, too.
It could be number 1.
That could be. All right, what was number 4?
Number 4 for me, I'm going to 2019. The DJ LeMahieu 2-run homer in the top of the 9th in the ALCS, only for Jose Altuve to happen right
now. That was crazy. And that's very similar to Bryce Harper, actually, because it was a game-tying home run in the 9th inning. I know Bryce's was the 8th inning.
Right.
And then, boom.
It got erased immediately.
Oh, right. It's like, oh, okay, that didn't happen. What was number 3?
Number 3, I'm putting yesterday's play on there. I think it's the number 3 play all time in
Caleb
this moment.
Williams.
I mean,
That's
just
Caleb
think
Williams.
about him. Yeah, well, you don't have to play anymore. I didn't even remember it now.
Yeah, well, why'd you cut that off?
Well, you want to keep going?
Are you embarrassed by you putting the Caleb
We talked about that one. What was
we
number
already
2?
talked about
What was number 2?
Yeah, what was number 2?
Number 2. 2 for me, it's Andy Chavez.
Andy Chavez. And what was number 1 was the curse play?
It gets put at number 1 because it's a Super Bowl play. It's Jermaine Kearse in Super Bowl 49. Basically catches a pass falling down in his leg.
All right. Now, Sean, would you change any of that? Not just because 2 months have gone by, but also because of this Bryce Harper moment. Would that fit into any of these or no?
Bryce Harper can't fit in any of these.
Because it's the WBC?
Because it's Bryce Harper.
No, actually, it's nothing to do with Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper.
I'm sorry. It's just...
Future Yankee Bryce Harper.
It's not a real game. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not here, at least. Maybe to Venezuelan fans, if they were doing a top 5, this ranks. It's just like, no matter what we push, we can be into it. It's not the same as these other 5. It's just not.
No,
it's an exhibition.
I think that I agree with your point. I think your wording is very harsh to say it's not a real game. It is a real game. It's just not the Super Bowl. That's fine. It's not the World Series.
It's not
That's
a playoff
fine.
game in a real sport. It's an exhibition tournament.
Where are these stats living for all of these players in the WBC?
That's a great question. I don't even know.
They live on the internet to begin with.
I can't find them.
Right.
No, you're right. You're right about that.
Is it a real game?
Yes.
If a tree falls in the woods and nobody's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
But Tiki, when the TV ratings come out, I bet you those ratings were better than most playoff games last year. Like
I'll be interested to see that.
Did we get the USDR rating?
Yeah, I'll get it back, but it was an unbelievable number.
Yeah, I'm very curious because I was looking for it yesterday and I couldn't find it. I'll tell you what I did find interesting. I saw the rating, I think it was for the U.S.-Mexico game, broken down by what American city was the leader in terms of watching it.
And?
I was very surprised, but I guess not if you think about it. It's a Major League Baseball city. Okay, so it's a city that has a Major League Baseball team. It is considered a small market team.
It was in Texas? No, it couldn't have been. No, it wouldn't have been Texas.
Those are big markets. It's not New York. It's not L.A.
Milwaukee?
Kansas City.
Wow.
I mean, Bobby Witt Jr. is on Team USA. I guess that's a factor.
And no winter sports. Okay, so Fox says the WBC semifinal between the U.S. and DR drew 7.4 million viewers. It's the most viewed sports event of the weekend and the most viewed WBC game of all time.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great number.
And we don't have it for last night yet, do we?
I don't know if it'll be higher because DR USA was just more appealing than USA Venezuela.
What was that? And it was Sunday night.
Yes, Sunday night versus Tuesday
True,
night.
the night really and this is a Tuesday, St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's not going to do as well.
No.
By that number is a playoff number. It's not a World Series number. That's a playoff number.
Right.
So enough people did watch it. I do agree with you, though, that unfortunately, like as epic as the Harper home run was, and then it gets wiped away, it's tough to match those moments.
But it was a great moment.
It was incredible. It was an absolute incredible moment. By the way, thinking back to that list, Soriano's home run in 2001. I don't know how the hell that's not there. I mean, they won the World Series essentially with that home run.
You're right.
And then they blew it.
You know why it further gets, because there was just so many big moments. And, you could argue the games where they won were forgotten because they lost the series more so than that home run.
I disagree. You think we forgot about their incredible wins in 4 and 5? No way. No way.
People forget that Soriano had the big game when he hit in one of those games. Everybody only remembers home runs.
Yeah, because I think they remember the shocking nature of the comeback. Like the fact that they tied it, And that's what Tino and Brocious did on those back-to-back nights. And then, yes, they won later. Derek Jeter became Mr. November. Soriano got the game-winning hit. Those are, I think, a little bit less memorable than the game-tying home runs because the game-tying home runs are so shocking.
Yeah.
But that Harper home run last time, it was crazy. It's just, I guess it's the growth that the WBC still has to have. It's great. It's amazing. It's not quite up there. And just for the record, before we move on, the Caleb Williams play you've completely eliminated from this?
I haven't eliminated it, but I think it can move back a couple pegs within the 5.
Can I ask a dumb question? Who did he do it against?
The Rams.
Oh, it was against Rams. Okay.
I remember because of how
I
totally
forgot.
I forgot.
It's the last time I cried during a national anthem. That was awesome.
Oh, okay. I mean, that game was 2 months ago. It wasn't that long ago. But, dude, I don't know. It's just not, it all runs together.
But it was
sometimes.
a humongous play.
Yeah.
It really was.
If I asked you, here's a great question about the NFL playoffs. We include the Super Bowl, all the rounds. If I asked you, number one thing you remember from the NFL postseason, what would it be? Because I got one that jumps out at me immediately.
It's collective. It's Kenneth Walker for me.
It's Kenneth Walker. Okay, I get that as a
just
running
because
back.
he was a part-time player, and then all of a sudden he was the man for the entire postseason.
Okay.
It's Bills fans and McDermott crying about something that was clearly an incompletion.
Yeah, you sparked my brain on that. You know what mine is? Mine's none of that. It's the snow. It's the Bronco-Patriot game second half in unplayable conditions. That's what I think of. First thing you ask me, NFL playoffs, what jumps out at you? I mean, the Super Bowl really was unmemorable.
And I think that's biased to you a little bit because it allowed the Patriots to get to the Super Bowl.
Because I hated it?
Yeah, that's why you remember it so much.
Maybe. I think it may have just been that it was so...
these guys again?
I think, believe it or not, I don't think it was that more than it was the weather was just so nuts.
But we've seen weather games, though, in the postseason.
We have.
I mean, it's really been just cold, though. It hasn't been precipitation.
Dude, the game was unplayable.
No, you're right.
They couldn't play football.
You know why that one doesn't stick out to me? Because we were in the middle of our own freaking blizzard, and I kept going outside the shovel and missing parts of the game.
Was that on the same day?
Yeah.
Yes.
It definitely was.
Crazy. All right, fair enough. 888-808-1019, the number. Nick is in St. Augustine, Florida. What's up, Nick?
Hey, Nick.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
All's good.
Good.
So for the first time, I understood what it felt like to be a Yankee fan over the last 10 years, watching one of the greatest players continue to struggle in a big spot. And not only was it last night, but if you look at pool play compared to elimination play, Judge was 2 for 11 with 6 strikeouts. That's over a 50% strikeout rate. He is abysmal in these big spots. And he let the country down. I'm actually going to pack up my family and move to Venezuela. All right, and I'm done. And
you might want to.
And that's where the winners are right now. And
hey, Nick, you might want to wait I don't know, a year.
Yeah, I would give it some time.
No biggie.
You let America down. That's Tommy's line. I think 2 weeks ago on Are You Kidding Me? That was a nominee.
Yeah,
he said, and I forget why. Like he performed badly in a WBC game. Is that what it was?
Yep.
So it probably was the same thing last night. He let America down. Here's the thing. A lot of people let America down.
Yeah.
Because that
They had
lineup.
3 hits.
3 hits. And don't give me, this is the thing that Jeter said annoyed me because Jeter after the game was like, you got to tip your hats. I don't want to tip my hats. Like, Eduardo Rodriguez is an average pitcher.
Yeah.
Like, he's a major leaguer, but he's average.
But doesn't that also further what we've been saying about Team USA, that this isn't so important to them that it's going to bother them?
Well, I don't know if they're bothered or not. I can't get into anybody's head, but I think they tried.
Oh, of course
they're
tried.
out there trying to get hits. They just got shut down, and I think they got shut down by average pitching. But I don't think it was great pitching.
It's a one-off game.
Right, but it happened in back-to-back games because even the Dominican game, they had 2 solo home runs.
But
that was their entire offense.
But they also won that game
because they pitched their ass off.
Yeah, and they did. Oh, I guess they
pitched well.
They did after they gave up the 2 runs.
Look, Nolan McLean fought his way through 4 2/3 innings. It was an okay performance. You're not going to put it on a Mount Rushmore, but it was fine. And then obviously the negative was, what's his name? Garrett Whitlock crapping the bed. So they pitched really well, but that lineup underperformed. And so, yes, Aaron Judge is going to get most of the blame because he's the biggest star, the biggest name, the biggest show. He's the biggest guy. But it was everybody. I mean, Kyle Schwarber was a freaking mess yesterday. 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts and a walk. Let's go to Angel in the Bronx. Hey, Angel.
Hey, Angel.
Hey, what's up, guys? I got to defend McCleasy here. I saw Nolan McLean. Keith McPherson had a tweet saying that Nolan McLean is not ready. That's bullcrap.
He was being sarcastic. There's no way he was saying
Of course he is, but I'm a Mets fan, and of course it triggered me. Whatever, I'm a loser, right?
I feel you.
So listen. McLean came in he made his debut during an extreme playoff race, right?
Yeah.
We didn't make it, but it's not his fault. You got to remember who he faced. He faced a loaded Mariners lineup in his debut.
Pitched well, and he survived it.
He's not ready.
No,
of course.
Angel. I don't think he actually meant that. I think he's screwing around. I think he's trying to provoke you.
Yeah.
And instead of tweeting at him, you called us to be upset about it. I'm not upset about it. I think Keith's screwing around. Nolan McLean's made 8 major league starts. I hope that someday we can talk about him as one of the great pitchers. I'm already prematurely excited about calling him one of the great pitchers, but he's got a lot to prove. I don't think anything in the WBC proved he's ready or not ready. I think what he needs to be ready for is Saturday against the Pirates. What he needs to be ready for is when he faces the Braves and when he faces the Phillies. Because Nolan McLean, and this is not the same with Jacob deGrom. I wouldn't even say this is the same with Matt Harvey. Nolan McLean comes into this season with as much hype that a rookie has had since Doc Gooden.
I know.
The hype is off the charts for Nolan because we got the glimpse.
Right, and I think to further that point, I think a lot of Met fans think he's their ace. He's the ace.
I think he's got a great chance to be.
Right.
But 8 starts is 8 starts.
Right.
And as excited as I am,
but
and
I'm talking
admit it,
expectation. The expectation is that Nolan McLean is going to be, if not ace, but at least co-ace.
Here's the expectation. This is a real conversation. And if this makes me a hypocrite, I will own it. Because Nolan McLean, like I said, has only made 8 major league starts. He's got a lot to prove. I believe all that. I had a legitimate conversation with my wife last night in which I said, I want you to know, baby, that when Nolan McLean is towing the rubber, I'm going to be in Citi Field. That's how the Mets schedule is going to work, baby.
Right.
And she's like, what is this guy, Jacob deGrom? And I said, maybe.
Kind of.
So you're right that the hype is insane, and I'm a part of it. I own it. But, dude, he's a rookie who's made 8 starts, and think about the way we're talking about him. And it's because we're excited.
Yeah, of course. You have to be.
But that's a lot of pressure, bro.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
But I think he's built for it. I don't think he's bothered by pressure.
I think he's built for it, too. But I think in the case of Keith McPherson and Sean Morash, and Sean, you can speak for yourself.
But Sean's not trolling Nolan McLean.
Yeah, excuse me?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do you want me to pull up the tweet?
Go ahead.
Because you did something very similar to what
Last
Keith
night?
did. No, not last night. Not last night. I got to find it. All right, just got to give me a second.
Oh, the first time he lost.
Okay, here we go. I got it. March 10th. This was Nolan McLean's first start.
Okay, last year.
Tell me if this is more trolly than Keith.
This year.
This is this year. It was a week and a half ago. The WBC isn't going to define someone's career, but for now, Cam Schlittler dominated and ended the Red Sox season on their biggest stage. Nolan McLean got lit up by John Birdie and an espresso machine in the dugout on his biggest stage. No debate on who the better pitcher is.
Yeah, that's kind of douchey, Sean.
Yeah, but I knew I was being douchey. Now, but what I need to reiterate is I thought it would be ridiculous and people would argue with me that the WBC didn't mean anything. In fact, I got the opposite, which was it means a lot, and Cam Schlittler was not in the same breath as Nolan McLean. I didn't know that Met fans thought that. That's what I got confused by that tweet.
I mean, it's a trolly tweet. That's all I'm saying.
But I actually think the responses are more trolly. How dare you?
Did you put that out there to get responses?
Of course he did.
You wanted to have a conversation.
I want to have a conversation. I thought the conversation would lead to, guys, we all understand the WBC.
So you miscalculated.
Yeah, what I miscalculated was Met fans don't think that Cam Schlittler's in the same breath as Nolan McClain. I couldn't believe that.
Now, would you say Keith's tweets, and I'll read you his, which one is more trolly, Sean versus Keith?
Let me hear Keith.
All right. Sadly, Nolan McClain's not ready. Just left it at that. But here's the follow-up. Okay. That one's very not ready for what?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But the follow-up, this may beat Sean. All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
Nolan McClain started in the 2 Team USA losses. Joe Ryan didn't pitch. Tariq Skubal didn't pitch. Paul Skeens couldn't pitch. The question was, is the young rookie Nolan McClain ready to be thrown into the big leagues or the big spots? The answer, sadly, is a no. He'll be fine against the Nats.
That's sadly again?
The answer, sadly, is a no.
He said sadly twice.
When was the first time he said
For
sadly?
his other tweet.
Oh, yes, he did say sadly twice, yes.
No, the last line.
So that's
The last line is the killer.
right. I think sadly makes it the troll.
No, I think he'll be fine against the Nats is the troll. It's actually funny.
That's a tough one, that last line.
Yeah, but hold on.
But that's factual, is it?
But it's the way. Yes, but that's
It's
the
all
beauty of the
factual.
tweet.
Yes, no, he did not lie. Keith.
That's what I'm saying. The sadly part is what makes it trolly.
Oh, I think the he'll be fine against the Nats part.
But
of the troll.
that's true though. He will be
But
fine
he
against the
could have
Nats.
said he'll be fine versus the Phillies.
You know what though? Here's the difference between Keith's tweet and Sean's tweet. Keith made me laugh. You didn't. You were just a douche. Douchey. I don't think I should say that. So why don't you dump that real quick? Just take care of that for me.
No,
you
it's
don't know
all-
the dump button?
I don't know where anything is right now. I got it.
All right, I took care of it as well. I may have said a word incorrectly. I apologize. Basically, I was trying to say Sean's tweet was doucherific. Keith's tweet was so funny. He said he'll be fine against the Nats. I'm a Met fan who loves Nolan McClain. That's funny.
Yeah, because you know it's true.
It's true, but it's also like dripping with
It's like, ha ha ha, shit, you're trolling us, but you're right.
You're right. He's also like, here's what that tweet is. Keith's got his hand on my head and he's patting it. He's like, don't worry, little Evan. You'll be okay. Your big hero will pitch well against the Nationals. That's what that tweet is. And that's funny. So stop being triggered. Everyone's got to stop being so damn sensitive. First of all, it was USA versus the world, all right? So we should be mad at our players. The lineup sucked, period. That's why they lost. They didn't lose because of Nolan McClain. I'm not even gonna blame Garrett Whitlock, even though he won it on the mound in the ninth inning. The blame is that lineup cannot score 3 hits and 2 runs in 9 innings against average to slightly below average Venezuelan pitching. That's where we're
now
at.
you don't like Jose Butto?
Come on.
That was your guy.
He's average. He's below average, actually.
Puts on another hat. Suddenly he's average.
When did I say he was great?
You loved him, Evan.
Did I?
Dan, get the tapes.
Prove it. Prove what I love. Oh, you know what? In 2024, I did.
Yeah.
You know what I used to say?
Shake the Buddha.
Close. That's not what I said.
What?
I love Big Buto, and I cannot lie.
That's right. I have somewhere along the
How did you know that?
Because I remember everything you say.
You're a whiny bitch. All right, we'll come back with your calls, 888-808-1019. And why, for the first time in a while, I'm going to Brooklyn, and tonight is an important night in the NBA. We'll explain it coming up. Evan and Tiki here on The Fan.
Listen up, guys. It's time for a healthier you. My good buddy, John Gallucci Jr., CEO of JAG Physical Therapy, always tells me how important it is to focus on your biomechanical chain to reduce injuries. Now is the time for you and your loved ones to turn to JAG to get stronger and function at a higher level. The dedicated team of physical therapists at JAG Physical Therapy will develop a plan specifically for you to help prevent injuries. And if you or a loved one have an existing injury, their experience and expertise and commitment will help you get back to the life you love. Schedule your appointment today at jagpt.com. That's JAGPT.com.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Ray Cattina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison. It's also sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. March matchups are here, and now you could trade the tournament in all 50 states with Kalshi. On Kalshi, you are trading against peers in a live market. As the odds move, you could buy in and out of your position all tournament long. Download the Kalshi app. Use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything. Also, the $1 billion Kalshi Perfect Bracket Challenge is here. If you fill out a perfect bracket on Kalshi, you get $1 billion, and it's $1 million guaranteed to the top scoring bracket. Go to Kalshi.com for more information.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison is more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Discover yours at RayCatinaEdison.com.
I'm Pat Boyle, here to help you beat the book. Let's go on sports. The Celtics host the Warriors, and I think this is one-way traffic, just like their last meeting when Boston went into the Bay Area and led by as many as 34. Steph Curry is still out for the Dubs, and this time the Celtics have Tatum, and they're at home. It's just a bad matchup for the Warriors. They tried shooting 1,000,000 threes last time, and it didn't work, and there's a huge size disadvantage. So unless Golden State shoots an absurd clip from deep, it'll be another blowout. I'll lay the points with the Celtics. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
Penalty kick.
out of the park!
From way downtown for a beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
It's March savings time at Nielsen Dodge. It's also tax return time, and we have a great money-saving idea. Show us what your tax return is, and we'll double it up to $1,500.
You can count on 0 down payment, super low lease payments, 0% financing is available.
Lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Altitude X 4x4, just $198 a month.
Match your tax return up to $1,500 on any new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram.
Hundreds of vehicles in stock with big savings off MSRP. And of course, we always give you the credit help you need.
Find out what your tax return is before April 15th, and we'll double it up to $1,500. Max your tax only at Nielsen Dodge for a limited time.
On Route 10 in East Hanover, or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
Sun is in the driver's seat. Declaration of Deal sales event.
With approval, term 27 months, due at sign, $51.98. Add tax tag $498 and DMV fees. For tax refund info, see dealer for details.
Town Fair Tire honors any valid rebates, manufacturers or competitors' rebates. Yes, even any competitors' rebates. And we give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire.
Ranger fans, shoot your shot with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Rangers. Add some excitement to every Rangers game this season by downloading the BetMGM app and getting instant access to a variety of parlay selection features and live betting options. Enjoy same-game parlays, player props, boosted odds specials, the best daily promotions in the business, and so much more when you sign up. The chase is on for the next Stanley Cup, so get hyped for Rangers action all season long with an official sports betting partner of the New York Rangers. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear. Extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for New York businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a New York business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. That's ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit fwweb.com to find one near you.
Aetna was there for me as I was going through a rough medical patch this year. I had peace of mind, which helped with my healing.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with the latest in online tools for easier access to healthcare. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
All new Dunkin' Zero, only 20 calories. Zero sugar, the all new revitalizing energy drink made with B vitamins, so you can actually feel good about it. Struggling to make it through the afternoon, wishing every meeting was an email? Sounds like it's time for Dunkin' Zero. It's the perfect pick-me-up without the spiral, and it comes in 6 delicious flavors like Sunzest and Glamberry. Dunkin' Zero, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Zero drinks contain caffeine from caffeine and guarana. Beverages are fruit-flavored, contain 0% fruit juice. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important, trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
All right, this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. On the ice, the Devils visit the Rangers at 7 in a game where the loser really wins in terms of lottery odds and shifts for the top of the draft. And the Nets, speaking of taking, they host the Thunder at 7:30 p.m. tonight on the Fan in a game where Evan Roberts sold his tickets. Wish he didn't, so if you have his tickets, please sell them back to him.
I'm going
Enjoy.
to the game. I may have accidentally sold them, but I'm still going. Yeah, I'm going to Nets Thunder tonight, and basically, I'm going because that's the question I'm getting. Why are you going?
You taking Jet?
I'm taking Jet. Jet asked me about 2 weeks ago, I want to go to a Nets game. I said, you got it. Which game do you want? Do you want a game that they potentially could win or a game in which they're going to get, crushed by their souls? And he's like, crushed by their souls? I want to see the Thunder. They're the defending NBA champions.
Is he a fan?
No. Well, kind of likes Oklahoma, but not, I don't know. We'll find out tonight. He knows that we're better off losing, but you know what I want tonight? And I know a lot of people are going to go. The resale market is relatively hot for the Nets.
Yeah.
And I think if you want a chance to see SGA and the Thunder, assuming he plays on a back-to-back.
The reigning MVP, the reigning champions.
No
of course
doubt.
you'd want to see him.
You know what I want tonight? And Michael Porter Jr. may be back. I want to end the streak. I want to be the team that stops this incredible, now all-time streak of SGA scoring 20 or more. A streak that was in danger over the weekend. Hit a late 3 and then an N1 to get to 20 to survive. Last night, I think he scored 40 in the victory over Orlando. I want the Brooklyn Nets, the tanking, crappy Nets, to lose, but to beat the streak
There's a way to do that.
Brock Lesnar did against The Undertaker.
Double and triple them all game.
Just all game.
All game, double and triple.
Yes.
Them. And then somebody else will beat you.
Yeah, we'll lose.
But
Lou Dort will hit a bunch of threes.
Right, but stop the streak.
I want to stop the streak.
Make him get the ball out of his hands.
Correct. That's what I'm going for tonight. So that's my motivation. That's my self-motivation. Now to Sean, I'm a fair man. Earlier I was talking about the U.S. lineup doing nothing against average to below average pitching, to which Sean said, you used to love Jose Butto. To which I said, what are you talking about? To which he said, hey, Dan, the official archivist of Evan and Tiki, get the audio. Okay. Here's the audio.
Can we start with the greatness of Jose Butto? My man, Big Butto. I love Big Buttos, and I cannot lie.
So let's start with the greatness of Jose Butto. And I love Big Buttos. I cannot lie. So, Sean, there you go. You're right.
Thank you very much.
Feel good?
I feel great. I feel even better knowing I want to go to more Met games with you. We're starting to get the new food rolled out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good stuff?
Oh, we're getting a roast pork, a French dip. But how about this? Remember last year we had
French dip?
Oh, we got a French dip.
Wow.
We got a French dip. We're back. You know how last year we had the rainbow cookie and cinnamon bun egg roll?
Yeah.
We're doing, this is an interesting one. The same place Walker Roll's doing a clam chowder egg roll.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Well, I'm curious on that.
I got an invite for
What's
you.
the texture going to be like?
Maybe like a soup dumpling, but it's crispier?
Maybe.
You got to try it. Like that one is like, it's an experiment.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how the consistency of that would be, because I think of clam chowder as something, I don't know, soupy. How do you put that in an egg roll? I guess the taste would probably be easy to manufacture, but is it going to be like a...
Well, do you dip crackers in soup?
You do.
Oh, definitely.
So now it's like a fried cracker outside of the soup.
That makes sense. Well, I have an offer for both of you guys. I don't know if you're into it or not.
It depends. Is it above 46 degrees?
So the first Saturday of the season is my favorite day because it's the second day of the baseball season. I can get there on time. I'm very excited. Baseball's back. The Mets are playing a 4 o'clock game against the Pirates. The Islanders are playing a 1 o'clock game at UBS against the Florida Panthers. My family is going out of town. So I've been thinking...
You're doing a double?
About doing the double dip. Isles Panthers, 1 o'clock at UBS.
What day is that?
That's a Saturday. Saturday, March 28th.
Ooh.
So, Tiki, Sean, are you up for an Islander Mets doubleheader? Who's in?
That's interesting.
I got Tiki intrigued. It's a Saturday.
It's doable to me because my kids will be in Nashville for a cheer competition. So I'm home alone all weekend.
Me too.
I'm not.
Well, tell your family you need a break.
You got an easy trip.
Yeah.
I got, all right, let me work on it. I'm actually intrigued because
Would you do it? An Islanders Mets double dip?
I've never done a double sports in one day.
And
Me either.
Two teams you don't like.
Yeah, I did a Disney on Ice into an Islander. 2 arenas one day. I haven't done the sports.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably eat and drink a lot.
That'll be a lot of food
I like
and a lot of
doing
drink.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my favorite
That
kind of
feels
Saturday.
doable.
Look at this. We got an outing.
All right, let me work on it.
Yeah, the question is, what's that weather going to be? Because UBS,
Yeah,
climate
we're fine.
control.
We're fine the first half
We're
of it.
fine. 4:15, it may be 37 degrees.
Well, Tiki, it's early in the season. I think me and you can get into the Cadillac Club and
That's
we
right.
leave Evan at his seats.
Oh,
Jamie. Hey, Jamie.
I knew that was coming.
Where you at?
I was sitting by myself, and then random people are going to sit down next to me, ask me about my scorecard.
Hey, where's Tiki? He's out there in right field drinking a martini.
That's right. Toll-free number is 888-808-1019. Let's go to Val in the Bronx. Hey, Val.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Tiki, the living legend,
Thank you.
Evan Rico Roberts, and Mr. More Yankees, More Rash.
Okay.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
What's up?
What's up?
The More Yankees, More Rash one is a look because I'm a rival of all his other teams that he roots for,
Right.
and I'm a friend of his because I'm a fellow Yankee fan. So I always want him to talk more Yankees. But I want to talk some Knicks with you, Evan.
Yeah.
But I got one thing real quick, if I can get it in, a suggestion for a segment.
Yeah.
I noticed this week, man, you guys, along the lines of the idiots with idioms, y'all need to add a new segment for the words that Evan creates. And I feel so bad for Tiki because, like, I think it was yesterday with the Rera, and like Tiki gets stuck in these moments where like you're explaining something, and so you use the word multiple times, and I could see him like literally like cringing in his seat. I didn't in my mind. I'm imagining like because it sounds like every time you say it. When he finally gets a chance to correct you, it's like he's been holding that in and just waiting for you to pause for so long.
Oh, you're so right, Val. You're so right, Val.
But to get to my Knicks point, this is the bone I want to pick with you, and I need a minute or two with this one.
Go ahead.
I was trying to call you guys yesterday, and like I got you at a bad time because it was like moments before the show was about to end, and I heard the ending theme music. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But I wanted to go against you with that take that you had about Mikel, because personally, I think the way Mike Brown has been handling it and the comments that you heard from him were perfect. He spoke to the performance team. They didn't give him any issues as far as injuries or anything like that. And with somebody like Mikel, it's more important that, especially at a time like this, at this time of the year, where you kind of have a little bit of a room and a little bit of leeway, that you let him shoot himself out of it.
Yeah.
And the bone that I have to pick with you is that you played sound from Clyde today about stuff where you're trying to like divide us instead, troll with the like, let's get Josh Hart and the rest of the team against Jalen.
No.
But you did not play the sound. You did not play the sound because the subject of Mikel came up several times in yesterday's game, and Clyde said it several times where he actually agreed with me. That's the kind of thing where, especially right now, you need to let Mikel play himself out of it. Let him play himself out of his struggles. It's funny how you found the right sound bite to grab, and you didn't play any of those.
So true. That's so true, Val.
Hold on
Thank
a
you,
second.
Val. That's so true, though, Evan.
In fairness, can I defend myself a little bit?
You can try.
I watched the Knick game last night, but not with the sound on the entire time. So there's a chance I missed stuff. In fact, believe it or not, I did pull a piece of audio of Clyde Frazier talking about Mikal Bridges.
Did you?
I'm not even joking.
Let's hear it.
It's just not what he wanted. And it's a very quick clip, but it made me laugh because Clyde says things sometimes that are like interesting.
Yes.
So I don't know if you guys remember.
For those that didn't watch the game, Mikal was, again, bad shooting. 4 of 12, I think he was.
He did have the highest plus minus of anybody, if you care about that.
Well, that's good because he played well defensively,
Yeah.
which is what you kind of care about also with Mikal Bridges.
He did productive things, but no, he was 4 for 12 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3. So he was not efficient offensively. But early in the game, it looked like he sprained his ankle. And of course, to the toughness of Bridges, he did not come out of the game.
Be a man.
I mean, he is very tough in that regard. And Clyde Frazier was talking about how unlucky Mikal Bridges was on that play.
Wasn't for bad luck, he'd have no luck.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. It rang to me. You guys didn't care.
No.
And it's the wrong Mikal Bridges clip, apparently. I don't know what he said. Like, I didn't watch every second and hear every word of his. I know that's the criteria you have on me, but sometimes I miss stuff. So it's not malicious. It's not me saying I only play certain Clyde clips. There are certain Clyde clips that jump out at me. There's certain things I hear. There are certain things I don't hear. It is what it is.
We had WBC sound on yesterday.
Yes, I mostly did. It was Knicks against the tanking Pacers.
Right.
Think about that.
You almost didn't care. You care because you want to see them. You wanted to see how they played without Jalen Brunson.
Well,
and
no,
Jose Alvarado
not at
getting his
all.
first start, and he facilitated a lot more. Josh Hart was unbelievable.
He was amazing.
For the first time in, I think, a year, maybe even longer. He felt like, I can make 3-pointers, and I'm going to keep taking them.
You think that's why I cared?
No, I'm just saying.
I cared
That's
because
what you take away from that game last night.
Yes. I cared because I really wanted the Pacers to win because they're in a tank-off with the Nets.
Slag nut Nets.
So I was rooting for them, but obviously they had no chance of winning. And the clips we played earlier of Clyde Frazier was comical. It was not to divide anybody. He was joking about how Josh Hart is going to do stuff to Jalen Brunson. Just because they're buddies and they're friends and they bust each other's you-know-what.
Yeah, like, look what I can do when you're not here.
Yeah, that was certainly not about dividing.
Their chops, Evan?
Yeah, busting their chops.
You don't have to do you-know-whats for chops.
What?
You said busting their you-know-whats.
Well, because there's another way you can
like
say it.
the things that we use to play sports with.
Yeah. You could also say busting that.
Oh, you pucks. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I said you know what about.
Never mind. I'm
just trying to keep it family friendly.
I didn't realize how close the Nets are to the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, we're right there.
Yeah, 2 games.
That's right.
3 games in the loss column.
The tank is on, bro.
I tell you, last year we would have killed being close to the Pacers.
I know. And here's what's annoying about the Pacers and Knicks fans. This is for you. they're going to be good next year. Tyrese is going to be back. They're doing kind of what Philadelphia did last year, where they're having a bad year. Screw it, let's go all the way with it, and let's end up with a player. And they did with VJ Edgecombe. And that's exactly what the Pacers are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So the Pacers are going to come back next year, be a real threat in the East, and they're going to have some kind of rookie sensation as part of the mix.
Right, but you just got to hope you get a VJ Edgecombe.
Right, you got to pick the right guy.
Yes.
You got to be in the right spot. And yes, you got to pick the right guy.
I didn't expect that from Edgecombe.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, to be honest with you, I did not know. Let's go to Joe in Jersey City. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing today?
All's well.
Good.
Hey, Evan, I liked your idea about the World Baseball Classic that I was hearing yesterday, but I had a different spin on it. I was curious if you guys thought if the players actually did go with a lockout next season, if maybe they would reach out to the organization like LIV, similar to what the PGA did, and maybe start their own league that way if there is a lockout.
So my understanding is, and I would push it, is that I guess the MLB owners could sue them for doing something like that. Like they're technically not allowed to start their own league. But this feels like litigation. This feels like, dude, you guys are locking us out. Our contracts are frozen. The question is, do you really want to make a fight that's already dirty even dirtier? Like this would make the relationship between the owners and the players far worse.
Yeah, it would get ugly, I think, because now you're threatening the league. You're threatening the sport.
There is a huge factor in all of this, and I bring it up because I know it will be a factor. And I don't know how it's going to be a factor, and I'm not sure what I want. And I think we'd all agree that he's better off not getting involved because there are bigger things going on. But the President of the United States is going to get involved in this lockout. He's going to offer opinions. He's going to pressure somebody.
Yeah.
And I don't know what difference that's going to make compared to past lockouts and work stoppages in which the president tries to stay out of this.
Does he love
He's not staying out of it.
Does he love baseball like that?
He has said baseball's not as good as it used to be, but he's he's gone to games. He's a sports fan.
Right.
Say what you want about him. But the president is going to get involved. And I just don't know how he does it. Does he put pressure on does he insult the players on Truth Social? Does he insult the owners? I don't know. And I don't know what difference it's going to make, but I'm telling you, this may sound like a joke. I'm not kidding. This is going to be a thing. And I don't know how it's going to play out. Like, I don't know if it's a good thing for a non-work stoppage or not. I would say that he shouldn't get involved only because it's a private, industry and you got bigger things to worry about. Like the price of milk and Iran. But I'm telling you, a year from now.
Why'd you pick milk instead of gas?
Oh.
Yeah, gas went up. Is milk up? Because I do have to stop on the way home.
I don't actually know.
Well, that's utterly
I'm
ridiculous.
so out of touch as an American.
You buy the milk?
I don't buy the milk.
Do I buy the milk?
Yeah, Sean.
On the way home, if I need milk, I need milk. And I only found that out yesterday.
Do you skim milk?
What's the light blue one?
I don't know. We drink oat milk.
Yeah, I mean, we have the almond milk in the house, but
Yeah.
my youngest still likes her, whatever milk.
Whatever milk.
How do you get
very popular?
Almond milk, it's a lot to produce almond milk.
Yeah, I agree. You have to milk almonds. They don't have udders.
Well, think about how do you make milk out of an almond?
How do you?
You rub them together.
Would you even know if the price of milk is up? Like, if you go right now after the show and buy milk, would you be like, oh,
I would not.
I'm
I would
gonna
not.
guess. I buy. I know we get half gallons in the house. I'm gonna guess it's like $3.50. That's what I assume,
dude.
You're saying a number that makes no sense. I have no idea.
I have no idea. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Because anytime I get milk, it's usually on a grocery bill that's $200 anyway.
Right.
So I don't know.
It's lost in the mix
Exactly.
of everything. You're right.
All right, you ready for the
Because you're
answer?
not going to shop for 2 days. You're going to shop for 2 weeks.
It's a collective unit.
As of February 2026, so I guess it's a little bit outdated, the average price of a gallon of conventional whole milk in the United States is somewhere between $3.68
you were
and
close.
$4.03.
You were close.
But there's a caveat.
Go ahead.
In New York City, the price of milk is higher than the national average, with a half gallon typically costing $5.14 or over $10 per gallon.
That sounds
That's
excessive.
absurd.
There's no chance I've spent that on a gallon or half gallon of milk. No chance. Now, you say New York City. I don't know what. Does that
No, it's
count
not.
with the suburbs?
It's not. That's New York City.
Yeah.
You live on Long Island, so it's obviously very different. Yeah, I feel out of touch. I would not know. The gas prices, I fully know.
I have never.
I feel that one.
I don't.
In the history of the show.
How could you drive an electric car?
Exactly.
I just find it amazing.
You snob.
In the history of the show, I've never once had to leave here and get milk, and I have to do it today. And somehow in the last segment, the price of milk gets brought up. That's unbelievable.
I don't know why that was my go-to. Because it's like, what else are you talking about with the price? Eggs.
Eggs. Well, only because eggs, whenever it was last year, were ridiculously expensive.
Except at Uncle Giuseppe's. They kept them down.
Good job.
Everything else was up.
You know how they make eggs? Chickens lay them. Let's go to Andrew in Mays Landing, New Jersey. Hey, Andrew.
Yes, I had an idea for a compromise to the salary cap in baseball. Maybe what you guys were just talking about with the president, maybe he could implement like a ticket freeze, a price freeze, or a cap on the ticket prices. That way, they wouldn't be able to pay like that big salary. A guy called yesterday and say pay one guy a big salary,
They're not
and the
doing
prices go up.
Yeah, but you're being naive, bro. And I appreciate the idea, but they're not going to do that. That doesn't benefit the owners or the players. They want to make as much money as possible. And I'll tell you why the prices and tickets are going to go up. Because these regional sports networks are collapsing.
Yeah, they're all failing.
And
All of them.
so
It doesn't matter sport. They're just not doing well. They need to be nationally bargained like the NFL does with their TV rights.
Dude, I'll tell you this. Al Dukes, I give him a lot of credit. He has been ahead of that story for a decade. Because what Al has always said very calmly is, how many people actually watch these networks, these regional networks, at the cost that they're charging? If all of a sudden you said you need to pay this amount to watch a baseball game, people would say no.
Yeah.
And he was right. And it's a part of the reason why these regional networks are collapsing. Because I'm crazy. I think even to a degree, you're crazy. If they told me, all right, you can watch every Yankee game and every Met game, but you got to spend $120, it's actually a steal. It's less than $1 a game.
That's true.
But to a lot of people, they'd be like, I'm not paying that.
Right. Not for one network. What are you talking about?
Like, I'm not going to watch
It's not a
half of those
streaming
games.
service. I'm not watching Netflix and chilling. Right? So it's different.
I kind of feel like I'm already doing that. It's the only reason I haven't cut the cord is to make sure I just have something with everything there for it. Right?
What do you have to watch the
DirecTV?
DirecTV.
I have
so you still have cable.
But that's my point, though. If you said to me, no glitches, no BS with the Gotham app, $120, that would be what would get me to cut the cord.
I'll tell you, the Gotham app, which I do not use, I have heard horrible reviews about it. That basically it never works. Now, I don't say that from experience because I don't use the Gotham app. But, man, the reputation for these Yankee games that people are trying to watch is, like, horrific.
I have to use it sometimes for, like, an extra TV. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It freezes constantly.
Yeah, what baseball needs to do, and I'm not sure how financially economical it's going to be for them, but for us, is you can subscribe to MLB Network or MLB, all the games, the MLB Pass, and you can buy your individual team. And it'll lift these blackouts so you don't have to be beholden to these other services that you need.
Right.
Like, I'll pay money. Give me the Yankees.
Yeah, I just don't think enough people would do it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Not enough people would buy into that.
It's a weird economic model.
Some people would, but not enough.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to be part of the battle. But in terms of ticket prices, we're never going to cap ticket prices. Like, as long as people are willing to pay the money, and look at the Yankees. The Yankees charge a lot. Look at the Mets. They've just raised ticket prices. I think their ticket sales have gone well. Like, I think they're going to pack the ballpark most days. So as long as people are willing to spend it, you're never going to get the government to say we got to cap the number. First of all, that's not even, come on. That's not even like.
Yeah, it feels like interference.
Yeah, it's way too much interference. And I know it would benefit us because we're spending less money on tickets, but you can't do that. So unfortunately, as much as we preach that during work stoppages, like, you got to lower the prices of this, you got to lower the prices of that, they're not going to do it. In fact, they're going to raise it even more because they need more money because there may not have been baseball for a few months.
That's true.
Or a few years or whatever the heck it turns into.
Be years.
I'm not going to say we could miss a season, though.
Definitely.
That's on the table.
And we already know how you're going to mitigate that.
What did I say I was going to
Score old games.
That's right. I'm going to score old games. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't know how long that's going to entertain me, but I'll try. Either way, if you missed any of the show, we've discussed a lot, including Aaron Judge's really collapsing performance yesterday in the World Baseball Classic. You can rewind on the free Odyssey app. We also played the very popular game, New Team Who Dis. You can rewind that to about 11:30. So any part of the show you missed, rewind on the Odyssey app, where you can check out the entire show on the WFAN YouTube page. Carton Show's next with Craig Carton and Big Mac. Can't wait to hear Big Mac defend and bend over 18 different ways to defend Aaron Judge and his greatness while Craig pokes him. Literally. This is going to entertain me all day. It's coming up next. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 10 a.m.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
What an absolute mess. The United States fell to Venezuela in the World